Muito sofrimento, muito treino. Hora de coroar, então, o novo campeão da Liga Latina, Konqueror contra Baka. Lembrando pra você aí de casa que o Konqueror tá vindo pela Losers, então o Konqueror tem que vencer a Baka, colocar ela na Losers e aí sim vencer de novo pra ser o campeão. E a Baka precisa apenas vencer 3 lutas, Speed.
Não vai ser fácil, nadar de braçada, igual a gente fala, né? Vai ter que usar todo o conhecimento, seu estudo, porque é agora ou nunca. Não vai ser, realmente não vai ser coisa simples, mas tem potencial, porque afinal chegou pra você que tá aí assistindo e pra gente aqui também.
Então vamos nessa, 2 jogadores, uma temporada, apenas um campeão, agora a punição da Baka. Vamos ver se repete o filme, né? O Konqueror, que é um jogador que gosta realmente de fazer runbacks, um jogador que busca adaptação, mas olha só esse crushing blow da Baka, sensacional.
E o Konqueror já tá esperto, já pulou ali pra pescar um erro da Baka, que continua aí apertando bastante botão pra cima dele, Buiu.
Vamos nessa então, grande final. Konqueror agora tentando realmente conseguir a sua vingança. Começa muito bem ali, 130 doletas na conta da Baka. Luta agora vai ficando emocionante, o saboroso, o docinho, o da massa amarela de Barataíze, sensacional! O overhead do Konqueror, agora sim o pai do saboroso entrou, hein?
E tem que fazer mesmo, tem que jogar o overhead, mandar o machado obrigando o adversário a defender em pé, porque é a última chance, ele tem que tentar arriscar tudo.
É ele, Speed, finalmente entrando aí na luta, o Konqueror que é um jogador que condiciona bastante. Mais uma vez ele, o profit block do Konqueror. Olha só o slide sensacional. Pá! Estoura o peito dela. 319. Vantagem de vida pra ele. O Konqueror agora vai fazendo um gameplay realmente muito forte. O antiaéreo da Baka agora vem entrando. Muito boa defesa agora da Baka. O Konqueror ali muito paciente, o Konqueror agora vai jogando o jogo mais estudado e a Baka aproveita, realmente leva a vida na defesa do Konqueror.
É isso que ela quer, né? Ela vai tirando defesa de pouquinho em pouquinho, o Konqueror mostrando uma defesa incrível, não é fácil, não tá caindo no espaçamento, porém um botão errado, o golpe da Baka entra, Buiu.
Mas agora é fatal blow pro Konqueror, a gente sabe, o Konqueror agora condiciona, a Baka faz o teleporte, o saboroso, o Konqueror acaba não confirmando no fatal blow. A luta agora vai ficando interessante, a Baka vai tentando entrar. Faz o poke agora o Konqueror, agora o overhead prontamente defendido. O Konqueror agora faz a sua rasteira. E tá 1-0 pra ele. Conseguindo aí um ponto importante pro reset.
Com certeza, Buiu, com certeza. Foi primordial essa defesa do Konk, a paciência. A gente viu que mesmo a Baka perto pressionando, ele não abria a defesa não. Ele sabe que se ele abrisse a defesa, poderia vir uns 20, 30% até mais. Mas segurando, tendo o momento dele, ele poderia levar melhor. E foi o que aconteceu.
Lembrando para você de casa que foi a Baka que jogou o Konqueror para Losers. Então a gente tem a Baka aqui na Winners e o Konqueror na Loser. Então a gente vai ter uma luta incrível. E o Konqueror é conhecido realmente por ser um jogador que faz grandes runbacks, ou viradas. É um jogador que sempre vem pela Losers. É um jogador que gosta de se adaptar. Está enfrentando a Baka, que é uma jogadora nova, é uma jogadora que tem realmente uma experiência menor. Mas é uma jogadora que chegou aqui de forma invicta, de forma incrível. Fez uma história incrível aqui na Liga Latina e tá jogando com a Cetro, que é a melhor personagem do jogo.
E eu acho que é importante a gente salientar também a evolução da Baka, né? Ela foi aos poucos chegando e tá fazendo uma luta incrível aqui na Grand Finals.
Vamos nessa, tá aí o Konqueror tentando botar a Baka realmente pra nadar o nado peito, né? Nadar por baixo. Ela tá tranquila ali pela Winners, vamos nessa então, grande final da Liga Latina. Mais um slide de punição sensacional. Meu amigo, esse slide tá funcionando muito bem pra ele. Faz o F4 mais uma vez. E a Baka ali realmente tá fazendo uma defesa mais ativa, né? Tá parecendo ali uma britadeira, né, Speed? Tá defendendo, apertando, e parece que deu errado pra ela agora.
Tem que tomar cuidado. A gente sabe que ela também tá trabalhando muito bem a sua pressão, vai tomando o overhead, não tá defendendo praticamente nenhum overhead, e isso faz com que o Konk se ligue nisso e aproveite sempre. É o que acabou de acontecer.
E o Konqueror vai confirmando o seu bom momento, vai fazendo ali o primeiro round da segunda luta. É um jogador muito forte, a Baka aí também tá jogando demais. E a roleta realmente ali do gameplay do Konqueror agora vai entrando. Baka que é uma jogadora muito forte. Faz o wake up 3 ali, já tá sem barra, já tá com a merendeira vazia.
Do Konqueror, hein?
O Konqueror muito malandro, faz ali o seu bait. Vai gastando a barra. Mas agora uma excelente punição. Mais uma vez a Baka criando esses espaços, forçando o erro do Konqueror. Faz ali o seu combo 209. Vamos ver o Konqueror. Faz ali o agarrão pra trás. Lá vem o Sub-Zero brasileiro. A Baka agora vai fazendo aquele jogo de stagger. Vai fazendo um jogo muito forte. Um jogo característico ali da Cetrion. O Konqueror agora vai chegando. Tem o Fatal Blow. Vamos ver. Defesa da Baka. O overhead veio. O Konqueror não confirma. Deixa a luta empatada. 32 segundos. Agora vem ali a armadilha da Baka. O Konqueror não aceita.
Olha só.
E o agarrão pra trás realmente pra deixar tudo igual. Boa jogada da Baka, boa resposta.
Ambos estão jogando, se defendendo muito, Buiu, né? Então a Baka já percebeu isso, ela tá começando a se aproximar e esperar. Não aconteceu nada, ela faz o agarrão.
Olha só, cara, agora sim fez a punição no teleporte. Pá! Crushing Blow agora pro Konqueror. 314, o slide sensacional. Ele vem no momento agora, lá vem o Konqueror. Vai jogando muito bem, 2-0 pro Konqueror. O Konqueror que vai se confirmando como um personagem realmente do folclore brasileiro, né, Speed? Não tem jeito. É aquele cara que é perigoso em qualquer momento do torneio. Já dizia o ditado, né? Se você não comer brócolis no almoço, à noite o Konqueror puxa seu pé, né? Já virou um personagem aí da história brasileira.
E aí é um perigo, né? A gente vem falando desde o início sobre adaptação e eu acho que o Konk mostrou mais uma vez que jogando com ele cada vez mais, ele se adapta ao estilo do adversário. O Konk não tá caindo mais no espaçamento da Baka, ele tá mandando os overheads e tá funcionando todos os overheads que ele tá mandando, ou seja, obrigando com que a Baka defenda em pé, e ela está defendendo abaixado, e cada vez mais vai se confirmando esse reset, hein, Buiu?
Meu amigo, então pra você que tá em casa, a luta tá insana, o Konqueror tá querendo luta, o homem tá brabo, tá vindo da Losers, tá buscando realmente, e a Baka parece que ela tá repetindo uma paterna de jogo.
Justamente.
E o Konqueror tá aceitando, o Konqueror tá jogando melhor. Acho que tá na hora da Baka, como a excelente jogadora que é, fazer essa adaptação realmente, jogar o gameplay mais defensivo, tentar defender um pouco melhor, para realmente segurar, porque o Konqueror tá com o momento do torneio. Faz mais uma vez ali o confirme na linha, a senhora Baka. Olha a perfeitinha do Konqueror, sensacional. Vem de leve ali, vem gastando a barra agora o Konqueror, faz aquele combinho open bar. É barra liberada, papi, tá jogando demais.
Belo salto ali do Konqueror, hein?
Cara, sensacional o Konqueror com o momento da partida, Speed. Tá jogando realmente muito melhor. Tá gastando os seus recursos ali dentro da partida. E a Baka ali precisa realmente achar uma resposta.
É difícil encontrar essa resposta quando o seu adversário, que no caso é o Konk de Sub-Zero, já fez aquele download do seu jogo, né? Ele já entendeu tudo que ela faz e decisões aí tem que ser mudadas, né? Para que ela mude também a história do jogo.
Vale ressaltar também a defesa do Konqueror. Você que tá vendo aí essa defesa perfeita, realmente é uma jogada muito difícil do MK11. Você tá vendo o Konqueror fazendo boas defesas, realmente apertando o botão de defesa na hora certa e fazendo essa punição. Mas olha esse Fatal Blow sensacional. O famoso Fatal Blow do parabéns, que vai levar um round importante aí da Baka. É um recurso realmente bem gasto, né, Speed?
Ah, sem sombra de dúvidas, Buiu. Ela se mantém viva ainda. Se ela não tivesse usado o recurso, já tinha terminado. Então eu acho que ela usou com muita sabedoria e agora é a chance dela virar o jogo. Porque se o Konk ganhar mais uma, aí complica, Buiu.
Olha o antiaéreo sensacional da francesinha ali da Baka. A Baka agora vai jogando um gameplay interessante, vai agarrando mais, ó. Realmente tem que ludibriar o Konqueror, tem que jogar um gameplay fora da caixinha. E é isso que ela tá fazendo, tá jogando melhor, tá jogando bem. Faz ali a sua interação, a Baka agora vai trabalhando ali no Perfect, no Flawless Victory, mas o Konqueror acaba clicando. Olha só, cara, 379, meu amigo, que dano é esse? Que boneco mão de chumbo. Olha só a conversão sensacional agora do Konqueror. A Baka não tem barra, vai tomar o dano caladinho, o overhead, o saboroso. Corta o cabelinho dela no estilo surfistinha. É possível, Speed. É possível que o Konqueror entra em reset point.
Que é isso, mas que jogada, né? O Konqueror trazendo o overhead no finalzinho e gastando seu Fatal Blow. Ambos sem Fatal Blow, vai ter que ser na unha, vai ter que ser no detalhe.
Vamos nessa, então, reset point aí pro Konqueror. O pai do saboroso vai distribuindo overheads aqui na Liga Latina. Mas ali, bom break agora a Baka, que acaba ficando sem recurso. E o Konqueror ali sempre muito paciente na utilização de barras.
Justamente, vale frisar que o Konqueror, ele se aproxima e defende de propósito, esperando alguma coisa dar certo. Quando não dá certo, ele tenta mudar o jogo, mas dessa vez a Saturn tá melhor, hein?
Olha só, cara, que leitura da Baka, agora vai jogando muito bem, olha ela, vem jogando forte. Tá 2-0 pro Konqueror e o gancho do povo do melhor estilo MK2. Esse gancho aí, Speed, tem mais ou menos uns 30 anos que funciona no Mortal Kombat, né?
Se funcionou nos anos 90, por que não agora, né, Buiu? Mas é notável, assim, a forma com que o Konk vai se adaptando. A Baka pega o jogo, tenta inovar, usou até interação ali, como a gente tá falando, fazer algo novo, né? Porque não tava fácil. Melhorou, o Konk se adaptou de novo. Ela tá tentando usar os poucos, mas é um risco, porque o Konk ele tem um chute embaixo que vai ficando cada vez mais perigoso, porque depois sabe o que pode vir? O famoso saboroso, como disse o Buiu, que é o overhead, obrigando ela a defender em cima. Realmente é uma escolha difícil, né, Buiu?
Então é isso, a Baka vai fazendo um gameplay diferente, era isso que a gente falava, né? Você jogar diferente. É uma FT3, a Baka aí tá quase sendo resetada, então ela tá jogando de forma incrível, né? Ela mudou realmente a estratégia de jogo. A gente viu uma Baka que agarra mais, é uma Baka que faz um jogo diferente. E você jogar contra o Konqueror é um jogo muito difícil, porque o Konqueror ele tá sempre olhando para você, Speed. É um jogador que sempre tá te observando. E a Baka realmente fez aí uma terceira luta muito melhor. Vamos ver se ela consegue manter esse bom momento. Já faz ali a bica espartana agora o Konqueror. Tá 2-1. O Konqueror tentando resetar.
Olha só.
Meu amigo, agora sim o gancho do povo. O difamado. E agora a conversão do Konqueror 392 com o setup. A Baka vai sendo mais paciente, vai fazendo um gameplay mais simples. Vem agora a capinada do Konqueror, acabando com a natureza. Sensacional também. Olha o antiaéreo mais uma vez. É a Baka realmente jogando um gameplay defensivo muito forte. Vai aplicar o seu dano. Mas deixou o Konqueror ali em situação de Fatal Blow, ó, muito perigoso.
Se o Konk encostar...
Vamos nessa, ele chegou, hein? Chegou no F4, a capinada acabou não convertendo bem. Ficou de graça. Punição categoria de base. Mais o jumpinho ele acaba conectando. E mais uma vez, reset point pro Konqueror.
Muito inteligente ali o Konqueror, ele mudou. Geralmente ele segura a defesa quando derruba o adversário no chão para tentar enganar. E a Baka ela foi tentar fazer o agarrão e não deu certo. Luta incrível, Bruno.
Olha só, cara, agora o Olhas do Konqueror não conectando. Tá pra resetar agora a Baka, o senhor Konqueror. Luta interessante, se resetar tá 0-0, é todo mundo lá embaixo. Na bacia dos desesperados. Mas a Baka responde, a Baka é guerreira. A Baka vem lutando muito bem aqui na grande final. Faz ali o 274 slide prontamente defendido pela Baka. Vai fazendo ali o seu dano chip. Vai realmente aplicando o dano na defesa do Konqueror. A perfeitinha veio. Incrível realmente a defesa do Konqueror. Faz ali o F2, acaba não conectando o saboroso. Vamos ver, acaba fazendo uma boa conversão a Baka. Olha a perfeitinha do Konqueror, acaba não conectando. Tem o Fatal Blow agora o Konqueror. Faz o F4, o Konqueror vai buscar. Faz ali o agarrão fuga de arremesso. Flawless block da Baka, sensacional! E a Baka fica viva.
Mas o que nós estamos vendo aqui, Buiu? Parece dois robôs jogando e nem estou falando do Robocop, porque não tem na tela. É realmente jogadores de altíssimo nível mostrando uma luta incrível. Agora, a Baka, ela tá trazendo também uma seta diferenciada, hein? Tá conseguindo se adaptar muito bem ao Konqueror.
E o Konqueror botando aquele volume de jogo, e a Baka aceitando. Tá uma luta incrível aqui nos canais da Space. É a grande final da Liga Latina. A Baka realmente parece que não é uma jogadora muito nova. Tá jogando realmente com muita personalidade. Vamos ver agora, tá tudo igual. Reset point aí pro Konqueror. Um prego de resetar, a Baka vê agora a capinada do Konqueror, a Baka não tem barra, vai tomar o dano caladinha, 388, vem agora um overhead sensacional, e é isso! Resetada com sucesso! E agora, Speed, tá todo mundo na loser, 0 a 0, vamos começar tudo de novo.
Como diria o Buiu, não tem choro, não tem mimimi. Todo mundo perdeu. Agora é aquele reset para quem tá em casa e não tem, né? Não tem o costume, não entendeu muito bem o que aconteceu. Você precisa ganhar 3, porque você perdeu anteriormente. E ele já ganhou essas 3. Agora ele precisa ganhar mais 3 para poder ser o campeão. Mas que luta, hein, Buiu? Que luta.
Sensacional. A Baka jogou melhor o final do set. Mas a gente sempre fala, a gente parece que repete a mesma coisa várias vezes, mas realmente o Konqueror é muito perigoso. O Konqueror sempre... Ele é um jogador que se adapta ao gameplay do seu oponente. A gente viu essa história várias vezes. Para você que está acompanhando aí o MK11 pela primeira vez, não é uma história inédita. O Konqueror sempre faz esse gameplay aí de adaptação. É um jogador que busca, né? Parece um protagonista realmente de anime, porque o cara não para. Tá todo mundo na loser e que luta insana, meu amigo Papito Otávio Neto.
Cara, absurdo, né? Eu tava comentando aqui, o poder de dano que esse Sub-Zero tem é assombroso, né? Ele às vezes pegava a Baka ali com a vida praticamente inteira e em uma fração de segundos ele tirava metade da vida. Depois, outra vez, outro golpe encaixado, metade da vida de novo, ela não tinha mais barra de defesa. Um abraço, né? É gélido como o Sub-Zero, né? Ele sabe exatamente o momento de macetar ali para conseguir a vitória. Então, pra galera que não tá habituada, como o Speed explicou agora há pouco, pra conseguir entender o que foi que aconteceu. A Baka, ela tava invicta, ela foi a vencedora da chave Winner. Então, ela tinha uma vantagem para essa decisão. Qual era a vantagem? Ela podia vencer a partida, que caso ela fizesse o 3 a 0, 3 a 2 que fosse, se ela chegasse a 3 vitórias, ela era campeã. Já para o Konqueror, o caminho era mais árduo. Como ele desceu para a chave dos losers, ele precisava resetar a Baka, que foi o que ele acabou de fazer, né? Conseguiu uma vitória para cima dela e com isso resetou, podendo assim os dois em situação igual de campeonato agora. Quem vencer 3 primeiro será o grande campeão. Vamos para o finalmente, Buiu. Chegou a hora de conhecermos quem será o grande campeão da Liga Latina, etapa brasileira Mortal Kombat 11.
Com certeza, mais uma vez, hein? Konqueror aí, trazendo aquele Sub-Zero muito forte. A Baka que já tá de parabéns, é uma jogadora que já fez história, mas realmente tá tudo igual. Não dá pra saber quem é o favorito. Principalmente, Speed, porque a Baka no final ali do set estava jogando melhor. Então, se a Baka realmente conseguir, né, fazer esse download aí do Konqueror, a gente pode ter uma luta muito equilibrada.
Pode sim. A Baka, ela já estava se adaptando novamente, já estava construindo uma gameplay mais forte para cima do Konqueror, mas realmente o Konqueror no final, eu acho que ele invoca ali alguns poderes para poder, né, surpreender e mostra esse jogo aí na tela.
Último movimento então aqui da Liga Latina, meu amigo. Chegou na hora certa para você que tá aí nos canais da Space. É a grande final. Todo mundo na loser, 0 a 0. Vantagem agora de vida para Baka. Olha agora a conversão sensacional, vamos ver. Olha só o combo de interação, estilo Exception, jogando muito bem, Speed.
É isso aí, tem que utilizar porque você acaba não gastando tantos recursos, né, e o dano é maior.
E a Baka, ele vai... Olha só, cara, é o que a gente falava. A Baka tava num bom momento da luta.
Justamente.
Confirma ali o seu primeiro round. Meu amigo, a luta tá longe de terminar. Não tem nada definido. Vamos ver agora o que o Konqueror apronta. Tava jogando ali a interação. Ih, rapaz, o primo do Baraka ali já foi de base, ó. Aquela interação realmente muito forte do cenário. Faz ali a canelinha saborosa, a canelinha doce. Faz ali a conversão agora, o Konqueror 248, a Baka sempre fazendo um gameplay mais truncado, um gameplay mais simples. Você vê realmente o potencial de dano é muito diferente, né? A Cetron é um personagem mais garantido, é um personagem mais seguro. Mas o Sub-Zero, meu amigo, ao contrário da Cetron, tem essa mão de chumbo aí, Speed.
Justamente, um detalhe muito importante, Buiu, é que ele não gastou a barra ali no final, né, anteriormente, para não gastar e também acertar, né, o seu golpe. Ele deixou para usar no final agora. Então não basta ter um dano bom, você tem que saber utilizá-lo, né, na hora certa.
Vamos nessa, vantagem de vida agora para Baka. Luta equilibradíssima aí, a Baka sempre utilizando a mesma estratégia. A gente vê uma Cetron com um jogo mais cadenciado, mas o Konqueror tá chegando muito fácil. O Konqueror tá chegando ali no slide. É realmente um personagem que tem uma ferramenta muito inteligente. É uma ferramenta que coloca ali um jogo mais sólido ali de aproximação, Speed.
Ah, com certeza. E perigoso, né, Buiu? É uma situação muito rápida que não dá tempo de ver, é impossível reagir. Você já tem que estar preparado, senão leva chumbo.
E vamos nessa agora, Fatal Blow aí pro Konqueror. A gente sabe o potencial de dano realmente do Sub-Zero. Ele espera, muito paciente, espera a oportunidade. Pronto para dar o bote agora o Sub-Zero brasileiro. Faz ali o F4, ele chegou e olha só, a rasteira da Baka, muito inteligente, meu amigo. Agora ela começou a jogar, clipando a movimentação do Konqueror, fazendo ali os seus golpes de low profile, né? Aquele D4 pra galera que conhece realmente do MK. E o Konqueror agora tá tendo dificuldade para se aproximar, Speed. Voltou aquele gameplay ali de polícia e ladrão, né?
Justamente. A gente tá falando dessa rasteira, né? Que não serve para você dar um combo, mas atrapalha a aproximação do adversário. E o Konk que trabalha bastante essa movimentação. A gente vê que ele jogando de longe, ele manda o gelo, e quando ele se aproxima, ele dá aquela sambadinha, vai para um lado, vai para o outro, e quando ele realmente vai atacar, a Baka usa a rasteira. E aí complica muito para uma aproximação rápida.
Sensacional, sensacional. Vamos nessa então. A Baka tava jogando melhor no final do set. É muito importante a gente acompanhar esse momento, né? O jogo de luta, na verdade, é uma leitura constante do seu oponente. A gente percebeu um Konqueror muito forte no início. A gente viu a Baka lentamente se adaptando, acabou sendo resetada. Mas agora parece que a luta tá muito equilibrada. Tá 1-0 para ela. Lembrando que quem fizer 3 primeiro vai ser o grande campeão latino aí de 2021.
De fato, a Baka, Buiu, ela conseguiu se adaptar, entretanto, o problema do Sub-Zero é justamente isso. Olha, qualquer brincadeira é 28% com uma barra. Lembrando que a gente gasta aí por golpes especiais, né? Uma média de 1 barra de ataque por golpe especial. E o Konk consegue cadenciar e utilizar isso muito bem.
É importante a gente visualizar ali que é falha de fuga. O Konqueror se agarrar agora, acaba aplicando o seu Crushing Blow no agarrão, ó. Vem agora a capinada do Konqueror. Faz ali a conversão interessante, vai se posicionar muito bem. 329, Fatal Blow agora para ela. A conversão agora sensacional da Baka. Vai deixar o combo em pé. Vai tentando abrir aí a defesa do Konqueror, que tem a melhor defesa do Brasil, muito preparado. E tá jogando ali por um botão.
Muito inteligente aí a Baka, ela dá o pulinho para enganar e já bate embaixo, né? Mas o Konk não tomou nem em cima e nem embaixo. Uma defesa assim diferenciada, sensacional, mas a luta tá equilibrada, Konk tá melhor nesse momento.
Não é à toa que é o porteiro do Enem realmente. Olha só o slide sensacional 319. À vista, papai, não dá pra parcelar, é Crushing Blow pro Konqueror. Faz ali o seu overhead prontamente defendido. Agora sim, olha só, o Konqueror acabou não aplicando o Crushing Blow, hein, Speed?
Pode ter deixado passar aí, e como eu sempre falo, no final, às vezes é no troco da moeda e o dano que não veio vai fazer falta.
Vamos nessa, então tem Fatal Blow pra Baka. Baka deixa o combo em pé. O Konqueror com todas as barras, mas vai fazer uma excelente conversão. Veio o Konqueror pra deixar tudo igual. Ih, meu amigo, tá muito bem matada. Acaba perdendo a cabeça literalmente aí na luta, porque o Konqueror agora jogou demais, hein?
A gente tá vendo aquele jogo neutro, né, que a gente costuma falar no fighting game, que é aquele jogo de espaçamento e no momento certo você ataca. A Baka, ela tá um pouquinho perdida, como o Will falou. Ela literalmente perdeu um pouco a cabeça ali na hora de apertar o botão. O Konk, pelo contrário, o Konk, ele tá tomando as decisões certas, tá usando muito low, né? Aquele golpe que você tem que defender embaixo. Parou um pouquinho de fazer os overheads, tentando condicionar o seu adversário. É puramente um jogo mental nesse nível de pro player.
Então tá aí o Konqueror deixando tudo igual. Meu amigo, a luta tá insana, hein? Você tá gostando, meu amigo? Vamos interagir aí nas redes sociais. Vamos deixar aquela mensagem ali nas transmissões. É a grande final da Liga Latina. E não poderia ser diferente. A gente tem aí uma luta incrível com reset no último momento. É sempre uma emoção incrível. A Liga Latina parece que segue esse roteiro, né, Speed? É sempre no último momento, na última decisão, a gente tem um campeão.
Ah, é emoção atrás de emoção, não tem favorito. O Konk veio pela Losers e já tá muito bem posicionado aí na luta. 1 a 1, vamos lá, porque tá ficando apertado, hein?
E a gente tá vendo agora o Konqueror realmente buscando essa troca, ó. Você vê o Konqueror jogando esse gelinho, né? O famoso Ice Ball ali do Sub-Zero, realmente para buscar a Baka tentando zonear. Então, o Sub-Zero é um personagem que você não pode realmente fazer aquele zoning padrão, né, Speed?
É, exatamente, porque além de ser um dos fatores fortes da personagem Cetrion, né, você zonear, jogar magia de longe, o Sub-Zero manda esse gelo. Então, se pegar uma magia, congela, beleza, você toma uma magia, e depois vem um combo do Sub-Zero. Então, esse é o problema, Will.
Vamos nessa, agora vantagem de vida pro Konqueror. Nada definido aqui na Liga Latina, vem jogando bem agora a Baka. Tem a vantagem de vida agora o Konqueror ali, vai sendo roubado. Olha a punição sensacional agora do Konqueror. A Baka não tem barra, mas o Konqueror acabou dropando. Tem que botar o dano na sacola aí, não, Konqueror. O que você tá roubando? A Baka vai jogando muito bem. Jogadora muito forte da TXT, que acaba perdendo ali o round. A Baka realmente vai fazendo um gameplay que a gente já conhece de espaçamento. E a gente vê realmente a Baka com medo de zonear.
É um grande problema, né? Enfrentar um Sub-Zero, ainda mais do Konqueror aí. O Sub-Zero super experiente, olha, mais uma defesa perfeita. O overhead veio na hora principal para igualar o sangue aí, né? E deixar a Baka no canto.
A Baka é valente, a Baka vai jogando bem, tá tudo igual. Luta muito equilibrada. Certamente o MVP da tarde aí é a Baka, jogadora da TXT, que vai jogando muito bem. E a gente vê ali, né, o bloqueio perfeito do Konqueror. O Konqueror sempre forçando esse flawless block, tentando buscar essa punição. É muito difícil reagir a essas combinações aí da seta.
É muito complicado, mas pelo jeito, olha...
Ih, acabou dropando, o Konqueror aproveita. Vem a punição, vem agora o Fatal Blow do Konqueror para fazer 2 a 1 aqui na grande final. Que pecado com a Baka. Ela fez ali uma boa defesa e acabou errando a conversão, Speed.
Infelizmente, uma defesa perfeita, às vezes não é o ataque perfeito, né, Buiu? Então, ela defendeu de forma excelente, foi incrível nas jogadas dela, jogou muito melhor essa partida, mas um errinho, é o que a gente estava falando anteriormente, um errinho já era. Ela tinha a chance de matar e levar a partida aí mais adiante, mas acabou não sendo feliz na hora de confirmar com o seu golpe especial, com o seu Fatal Blow, Buiu.
Então é isso, vamos nessa. Então 2 a 1 pro Konqueror.
Que é isso, hein?
Konqueror agora entrando em Tournament Point, então faltando apenas 1 ponto pro Konqueror aí ser o grande campeão latino de reset. Vamos ver o que a Baka apronta. Vamos ver se ela vai trocar de personagem. A Baka, pra você que chegou agora aí, a Baka trouxe a Cetra do início ao fim. É um personagem que colocou um gameplay muito interessante. E a gente aí tá vendo uma Jade. Vai ser a última cartada aí da Baka. Pode ser que faça história, mas realmente o Konqueror tá jogando um pouco melhor. O Konqueror tá fazendo aquele gameplay que a gente já conhece. Quanto mais durar o set, mais forte o Konqueror fica, né?
Justamente. É igual eu falei na partida anterior, pra quem joga contra o Konqueror, tem que ganhar logo, porque ele vai fazendo download do seu jogo e no final já era. Ele já dominou tudo que você tinha pra fazer. Eu acho que essa Jade aí pode surpreender. Jade não tem um dano tão forte, mas consegue trabalhar muito bem o seu ataque, Will.
Vamos nessa então, a jogadora da TXT com a última ficha. Acabou, meu amigo. O troco do pão acabou agora. A última ficha aí na mão da Jade. Jogadora da TXT, um abraço pro papai Sonopulso, ó, que deve estar acompanhando a gente. Vamos nessa. Vai fazendo muitos pokes ali a Baka. Olha a conversão agora sensacional. Vem o Konqueror, agora vem mexendo no ombrinho. Agora vem jogando muito forte agora o Sub-Zero. Baka mais uma vez ele trabalhando no seu canudo, o gancho do povo, a conversão sensacional da Baka. E não, Baka!
Rapaz, vai tomar.
Acaba tomando ali o seu fotoboy. E não, Baka, não foi assim que o Brasil te ensinou, né, Speed?
Não, não foi. Mais um erro da Baka. Às vezes, a questão da experiência no final falar mais alto, né? O jogador aí da Venom Flow, inclusive, um grande abraço aí também para toda a equipe, pro Igor e pra galera da Venom, trazendo um jogador incrível aqui pra gente, mostrando uma gameplay muito forte e praticamente sem erro, que é o que tá fazendo diferença nesse final, Buiu.
Vamos nessa. Última chance então pra Baka. É simplesmente Tournament Point. Pode ser o último round aqui da Liga Latina. Pode ser a última luta aqui desse momento incrível do fighting game brasileiro.
Olha só.
O Konqueror agora vai tomando aquele atrás, a Baka parece que vai jogando melhor, ó. Vai aplicando muitos botões, muitos pokes. Vai jogando muito bem ali com o seu B1, espaçando muito bem. Vai respirando ali a Baka, mas ainda é Tournament Point pro Konqueror.
É, dá pra ver que o Konqueror ele entregou muito o turno dele, né? Muito a vez dele de bater. Ele poderia mandar uma magia, olha só, um dano interessante, hein? Que favorecesse pra ele. Vamos ver se ele consegue até o final nesse ritmo.
Então vamos nessa, vai aplicando muito bem agora o Konqueror. Ih, meu amigo, acabou ficando de graça. A Baka aceita e não pune. A luta agora vai ficando interessante. Vem ali o F4 do Konqueror, o wake up agora do Konqueror. O Konqueror faz a leitura, mas acaba não punindo.
Olha o grab na vantagem do Konk, hein?
Vamos nessa, então a luta vai ficando interessante, vai ficando dramática, bem equilibrada. Vira a conversão do médio da Baka, aquele B3 saboroso. O overhead não conectado do Konqueror, boa punição da Baka. Vem agora o overhead da Baka, vai tentando buscar, vai tentando ficar viva aqui na Liga Latina. O Konqueror vai tentando chegar, vai ser chipado com sucesso. Sensacional! Olha ela, Speed, fazendo 2-2. E vamos para a última luta aqui da Liga Latina. Olha, não esperava nada diferente disso. Olha essa Jade de bolso salvando a ficha da Baka, hein?
A dona Jade veio e veio muito forte. Muito interessante que ela tá conseguindo fazer jogadas para ludibriar o Konqueror. Ela dá aquele salto, aquele pulo para um golpe também, né? Pro Konqueror fazer a defesa perfeita, defender na hora certa e jogar o personagem para cima. E não tá dando certo. Então ela tá conseguindo impor um jogo mais malandro, um jogo mais cadenciado, né, Buiu? Pra tentar enganar o Konqueror. Tá muito equilibrado e agora essa luta vai ser incrível.
Vamos nessa! Chegou, meu amigo, a última luta da Liga Latina, 2-2. Todo mundo na Losers. É agora, Jade contra Sub-Zero, um clássico aí do Mortal Kombat. O Konqueror, que é um cara experiente, a gente tá vendo aí um duelo de extremos, né? É a Baka da nova geração contra o Konqueror, que já é muito experimentado, jogador aí campeão, muito consagrado. Vamos de luta então, é agora, Speed.
É agora ou nunca, como eu sempre falo, a galera treinou, a galera compartilhou ali o seu treino, né? Na verdade, se esforçou ao máximo e é agora que tem que mostrar. Pelo jeito, o Konqueror tá muito confiante, indo pra cima, sem medo, mas a Baka tá no jogo também, Buiu.
Olha só, o overhead veio por cima, sensacional. O Konqueror acaba pulando neutro, o momento é dela. O Konqueror ele vai trabalhando os seus botões, os seus pokes. Faz uma boa defesa agora o Konqueror. Os dois personagens que tem bons botões ali para cobrir espaço, né, Speed?
Justamente, a média distância eles conseguem trabalhar, apesar de serem golpes altos, golpes que você pode abaixar, mas você controla muito bem a distância, que é o que a gente tá vendo na tela nesse momento.
Vamos nessa que o Konqueror tem Fatal Blow, é sempre muito perigoso, o acesso do dano tá ali, a mão é de chumbo, o boneco é estranho, Speed. O boneco é sensacional. Faz ali, meu amigo, aí não, Baka, vai ser convertida. Provavelmente foi o erro de input ali da Baka. E olha esse dano, olha esse Sub-Zero, meu amigo. 400 11:38. E mais uma vez, Tournament Point pro Konqueror.
Provavelmente ela carregou o golpe antes e aí complicou. Realmente é uma pena quando isso acontece numa luta desse nível, mas erros não podem ser cometidos e ficou na desvantagem de um round agora.
Vamos nessa, então pode ser o último round aí da Liga Latina. Mas a Baka é valente. É a jogadora da TXT, a jogadora que fez história aí no esportes brasileiro. É uma jogadora realmente que é a melhor jogadora de fight games da história do Brasil. Vai colocando o jogo.
Olha o estudo dos jogadores ali. Estão bem próximos se estudando, meu. Que isso? Que nível?
A Baka agora com a vantagem de vida. Vai tentando escrever o seu nome na história do Mortal Kombat brasileiro. A conversão veio. A Baka agora vem jogando melhor. O Konqueror ele faz o seu F4, a bicanca espartana. A Baka agora contesta a ofensiva do Konqueror, acaba não punindo. Faz a falha de fuga agora. Vamos ver, o Konqueror agora espera. Sensacional. Que feitura! Isso? Levantou! Aqui não, Konqueror! Pulando muito bem. Vamos pro último round. É o último prego do enterro. Sensacional! Vamos nessa então, Speed.
Bora lá que a luta tá frenética. Ninguém quer perder. Os jogadores estão... Olha quem veio, viu?
É o saboroso da massa amarela. O overhead agora do Konqueror. O D4 da Baka é o último round aqui da Liga Latina. Vem a capinada do Konqueror. Vem de leve agora, o Konqueror vem mexendo o ombrinho. Vem o agarrão. Olha o crush blow do Konqueror, vai ficar muito difícil pra Baka. E a Baka brutalizada com sucesso. E é isso, campeão latino retorna mais uma vez. É o Sub-Zero, a Cacatua, que jogou demais. Mas que luta, e vamos dar o parabéns pro Konqueror y también para Baka.
Final, recuerden que viene Gviper desde loser, tiene la tarea de tener que resetear a Dutch. Dutch está tranquilo ahí de la llave de winners y vamos a ver cómo se resuelve esto. Partimos con esto ahora, John.
Bueno, vamos a esto, señores.
My arrival here is a mistake.
You won't get any argument here.
Still, my mission remains unchanged.
Still, my mission remains. Vamos a esto, señores. Terminator, la Skynet, Gran Final, Yadiel. Gviper versus Dash. Gviper que está en el loser. Tiene que buscar resetear a Dash, señores. Y esto es Colombia versus Dominicana. Los dos países que están en la final, le dicen.
Señores, el Caribe haciéndose presente acá. Muy bueno el manejo del espacio por parte de Gviper, pero acá se vienen los disparos por parte de ese Terminator que está durísimo, señores. Bastante ventaja por parte de Gviper, de Dutch en estos momentos. Cuidado, está con posición de fatal blow en este momento. Gviper logra conectar el throw ahora para empezar a emparejar la barra de vida, pero bueno, ahí como se levanta saltando en estos momentos Dutch y el piscinazo. Y esto es todo para llevarse este primer round. Dutch de Colombia.
Bueno, increíble Dash, señores. Mucho nivel. El tipo está tirando todo. Ok, bombas. Cuidado. Va a buscar el Shoryuken, ¿no? El command throw de parte de Dash, el jugador colombiano. ¿Dónde le gusta en la esquina el salto? Oh, pero mira cómo choca. Excelente el castigo inmediatamente de Dash. El command throw. Señores, nivel. Salto, down one, la clásica de Dash. A presión. Tratando de abrir Gviper, pero el bloqueo de Dash es excelente y consigue el command throw.
El command throw contra la pasada. Otro command throw y ahora amplificado.
Hablamos ahorita.
Se acabó.
Álvaro, Dash 1-0 arriba. Rápido.
Rápido. Clean. Muy cómodo. Se lleva este primer punto Dutch con este Terminator. Está dominando ahí a Gviper. Gviper tratando de hacer un game plan ahí, de tratar de mantenerse alejado, pero finalmente no lo logra plantear bien frente al juego que está haciendo Dutch. Así que veamos si es que hay ahora sí una adaptación por el lado de Gviper, porque Dutch se llevó esto bastante cómodo.
Bueno, súper cómodo Dash, señores, en esta gran final. Tirándolo todo. Y Gviper tiene que buscar opciones o buscar cómo adaptarse bien. Raiden. No, va a seguir con Jackie. Podría poblar Raiden, ¿eh? Pero bueno, va a ir con Jackie, va a tirar todo con su main en la gran final.
Sí, quiere sentir que jugó con lo mejor que tenía en la gran final.
Bueno, señores. 1-0 arriba Dash desde el winner. tranquilo con Terminator en esta Grand Finals.
Partimos entonces de inmediato con las acciones. Round 1. Fight. Hoy trató de ahí de tirar algunos golpes al aire. Gviper, cuidado, ahora logra conectar el throw a mitad de pantalla, empezando a dominar la escena en estos momentos. Gviper, uy, cuidado ahí, como ese pasito para atrás para entrar ahí con los golpes al estómago. Obliga a ocupar barras defensivas a Deixe en estos momentos, pero Deixe manteniendo toda la paciencia. Bueno, los bloqueos, había logrado apertura y ahí está. Se viene la arremetida de Deixe ahora, Dion.
Sí, excelente, de verdad que jugando muy bien. Otra patada, otra más. Uf, los Shoryukens. No pudo terminar los combos y la paciencia de Deixe, el bloqueo de este jugador de Colombia es increíble. Vamos a ver los disparos a distancia. El fuego azul que le está haciendo shield damage, pero no se bloquea, no se baja ahí. Y va, pero otro escopetazo más. ¿Dónde está el R2? Dios mío, ok. Escopetazo y ya, él no bloquea. Dice el señor Deixe. Tú no vas a bloquear escopetazo y ya. 8 Ryuken, otro más. Vamos a ver. Claro, blow combo. ¿Podrá matar esto, le dicen?
No creo que mate esto. No creo que mate esto.
Escala mucho por los Shoryukens.
Sí, escala mucho por los Shoryukens.
Por los Shoryukens. Pero bueno, vamos a ver. Igualmente buena opción. Oh, aquí lo tiene. Se va a acabar. No, el fuego azul. Dispara.
El fuego se lo puede llevar, cuidado. ¡Uy!
¡Oh,
el piscina!
¡Qué reacción de Deixe, señores!
Tremenda la reacción de Deixe.
Este muchacho. No, like this. Dios.
No.
Le acaba de robar
sé
esta
si son
pelea a Gviper ahí. Oh,
No,
Dios
se robó
mío.
esto. ¡Uy! Le interrumpe ahora el juego aéreo, señores, con ese abrazo de oso. Termina con ese disparo en Crashing Blow. Cuidado porque está prendido en fuego y acá viene la remetida de Gviper en estos momentos. ¡Uy! Cierra eso con ese abajo 2. Podría haber hecho más daño ahí. Cuidado, los disparos nuevamente por parte de Terminator. El piscinazo que no lo está viendo Gviper. Está complicándose las cosas en estos momentos. Pareja la barra de Dios y ahora de Ion.
Flawless block y confirmación de parte de Deixe. Cuidado, la rodilla. Intentamos entrar otra vez. El uso del interactivo GG 2-0. Colombia en la casa. Deixe, Terminator. You will be terminated. Wow.
No
Mira dónde
sé.
va para allá. A la Skynet. Mira.
El Sky, ahí está. No sé si son reacciones de Deixe o es que Deixe está viendo el futuro. Pero
Es que está viendo el
tremendo.
futuro en la Skynet. Le dicen todo lo que va a pasar y por eso fue ahí a evitar que eso pase.
Tremendo. Ahí
Wow.
cómo reacciona al fuego azul con ese piscinazo de un lado al otro de la pantalla, señores, y cerrar esto. Luego le interrumpe los saltos a Jackie en el aire con el abrazo de oso. Los confirma además de luego con bastante daño. En este caso fue con el escopetazo en Crashing Blow. Así que muy bueno el trabajo que está haciendo Deixe. Y ya se encuentra nada más a esta pelea de poder llevarse esto, señores. Liga Latina para Latinoamérica Norte está a esta pelea de terminar y de coronarse Deixe como el campeón de este año.
Sí es, señores. Mucho nivel de parte de Deixe. Llegó en las últimas 4 semanas de Liga Latina. Historia. Haciendo este jugador historia, le dice. El colombiano con Terminator. Vino a acabar con todo el mundo. No. Excelente reacción de Gviper. No termina de confirmar. Cuidadito. Ok, ven acá. Freestand. Con el escopetazo de Freestand. Estamos plus 200.000 overhead. Terminator, otro escopetazo. Shoryuken no. Puede conectar. Consigue el throw Gviper. Vamos a ver. Gviper no le da 3-0. Está buscando hacer algo aquí. Consigue el punish. Excelente el daño. Tranquilo 20. 2 proyectiles. Manteniendo distancia Terminator. El uso del interactivo de Deixe es increíble. Otra vez el Freestand. Adivíname. No anti nada, se queda bloqueado Gviper, pero consigue la entrada aquí, vamos a ver. Ryuken, otro más. Wake up, overhead, se acabó. Dios, match point para Deixe.
Match point, tournament point para Deixe en estos momentos y termina llevándose este round. Se corona como el campeón de la Liga Latina. Cuidado ahora, se va con los escopetazos hacia adelante. Cuidado, manteniendo distancia en este momento. Gviper respetando, manteniendo muy bien el manejo de control de espacio. Bien ahí el fuego azul en el piso. Está prendido en fuego en estos momentos de ese Terminator. Tratando de acercarse con los combos. No, mira cómo se respetan, por favor. El air to air por parte de Gviper ahora. No, la rodilla no logró entrar. Está cubriéndose todo Gviper ahora, Dion.
Excelente, pero ahí está el piscinazo. Wake up, Gviper. Buscando entradas. Se mueve ahí el señor Deixe. Está en el corner. Los
Eso.
interactivos, otra vez lo usa, se acerca. Mete en peligro a Gviper. Otra vez el interactivo. Gviper no llega a castigar. Excelente. El juego. Escopetazo. El interactivo ahí para intercambiar daño por los proyectiles. Fuego azul. Lo frena el juego. Cuidado en la esquina. Aquí Dash es súper peligroso. Fuego azul en el piso. Para el bloqueo, pero no. Excelente el bloqueo de Gviper a punto,
No pain, no gain.
Excelente el bloqueo de parte de Gviper, señores, para poder cerrar esto, pero la paciencia con la que jugó en estos momentos el jugador dominicano, tremendo. Cuidado, ahora está prendido en fuego azul nuevamente. Terminator logró hacer la jumping. No, Command Throw, se viene acá el juego de los Command Throw por parte de Terminator. Otro más. La espalda rota ahí de Jackie.
Sí, el problema es Jackie. Command Throw de parte de Dash. Cuidado, wake up. Jackie Bridge, aún está vivo Gviper. Consigue hacer un poco de daño ahí. Superman Punch, los proyectiles, el fuego azul en el piso. Cuidado, Dash buscando la entrada, gana en el air to air. Command Throw, vienen los trajes. Esto podría doler muchísimo, señores. El hype es real, te lo dije. Down 2. Y sí, señores, campeón de la Liga Latina Norte con brutality. Dash, Colombia, imparable, señores. Dash es el campeón de esta Liga Latina sin ningún problema desde el winner, sin perder Lady Ixel, súper sólido con Terminator y Aaron Black. Imparable Dash, señores. Te lo dije al principio.
Así que veamos cómo se enfrenta esto.
Vamos a ver cómo va esta pelea. Esto es Grand Final, señores. Liga Latina, Latinoamérica Sur. El hype es real, cabalen.
Why should I reform, Liu Kang?
Kano could turn against you anytime.
He hasn't tried already.
Vamos a ver, señores, cabalen. El saltarín versus Liu Kang comienza con los juegos fuertemente. Hellraiser. Obsidian versus Snowblade. Chile en la casa. Grand Finals. Los saltos de Cabal. Consigue el throw. Dice que no. Pero el salto inmediato. Luego de el techeo. Ponen peligros aquí a Hellraiser. Sigue metiendo presión. Eternal buscaba el antiaéreo. Pero no. La patada en confirmación inmediata con el No Man Dash. Y otro salto. Y salta. Intentamos entrar. Juego. Ok, buenos bloqueos. Lo va a llevar a la esquina. Muy buena. Hacer ahí con el fuego, prende. Dice que no. Pero inmediatamente el salto, o sea, techea e inmediatamente está en el aire, cabal. Buena confirmación con la bicicleta. Puede abrir ahí con el low. Se movió Eternal cuando no debía. Cuidado. Esta mete presión. El Riser y esta ronda va a ser para él. Muy clean.
Lin se lleva esta primera ronda entonces de Eternal con este Liu Kang de mano de los Tip Throats de parte de Liu Kang. No mandacha así nomás, señores, sin pensarlo mucho por parte de Hellraiser. Cuidado, sigue la presión ahora desde el aire, de parte de este cabal volador. Se está bloqueando todo, eso sí, Eternal, cuidado, cambia de lado. Buena la interrupción ahí de parte de Hellraiser, buena la interrupción de parte de Eternal, se están interrumpiendo todos estos chicos. La presión de parte de Liu Kang, la presión de parte de Cabal, las patá que aparecen otra vez abajo, uno molestando, no lo deja terminar el sprint, el roll hacia adelante y TikTok de parte de este Liu Kang. Y acá se viene ahora combo feo de parte de Cabal.
Sí, 1-1 no mandas, más presión, pero ahí la entrada, la tenía, ¿no? Cancela la entrada, va por el throw. Vamos a ver qué pasa, fuego en el aire que conecta. Patá, Battle Blow, esto va a hacer muchísimo daño, pero aún va a quedar vivo Eternal y va a quedar con el Fatal Blow activo y sabemos que el Fatal Blow de Cabal es buenísimo, así que tienen que cuidarse muchísimo. Ahora Hellraiser. Vamos a ver qué pasa aquí, no se mueve, sabe que tiene Fatal Blow. Súper arriesgado lo del fuego. Vamos a ver qué tal.
Podría responder con Fatal
Sonic
Blow.
de la sierra. No tiró No Man Dash, no confirmó ahí. Luego de la patada. Juego otra vez.
Peligroso.
Bloquea. Peligroso todo. Throw lo consigue. Eternal. Dios. Se espera.
Dios mío. Estos chicos están realmente atentos, están dándolo todo. Cuidado ahora, parte nuevamente el tercer round, tratando de definir esto. Logra entrar muy bien ahí Eternal. Buena la confirmación del No Man Touch. Uy, el anti-bray ahí porque sabía que iba a ocupar barras para escapar y ocupa muy bien el crashing. 38% de descuento se llevó, pero acá viene ahora la arremetida de parte de Liu Kang. Uy, trata de castigar ahí, no alcanza, las patadas no entran y el throw se hace presente de manos del Shaolin. Deja encerrado ahí en la esquina a ese cabal, pero ojo que sale bastante rápido de ahí porque este cabal vuela, señores. F16
no
cabal.
confirmó el no mandar, no confirmó el no mandar luego de la patada ahí. Y ahora quien tiene la desventaja de vida es Hellraiser. Está en problemas si ya no tiene para el bow. Más los saltos de cabal que son incomodísimos. Aunque creo que aún le queda activo el crouching blow de la patada bicicleta, no lo ha usado. Oh, se va en blanco con los golpes. Intentaba castigar en el aire, pero no pudo. Consigue throw, dice que no. Busca la entrada. Juego luego de la barredora. Oh, buscaba un down 2, pero no le funciona. Y aquí Eternal, señores, se lleva la primera victoria. 1-0 por encima de Hellraiser.
Y hace todo el combo igual nomás, aquí practicándolo, dice de inmediato. Este tremendo jugador de cabal que está acá picando adelante con un punto en esta gran final.
Exacto, muy fuerte, señores. Y tiene que tener cuidado Hellraiser de que le quiten la final, ¿eh? Está en el winner. Hay que ganarle 6 peleas para quitarle este campeonato, pero no se puede descuidar de un jugador profesional como lo es Eternal, que fue top 8, top 16 en el Evo. Ha sido top 8 en muchísimos eventos, está aquí en esta gran final dándolo todo. No puede dejarse arrebatar ese campeonato histórico, porque esto es historia, señores, para cada uno de estos jugadores. Y tiene ahora mismo la ventaja de que está en winner Hellraiser. Está probando personajes, aquí se va ahora por Noob Cyber.
Exacto, está ocupando esa ventaja que tiene ahí de varios match para tratar de practicar y de probar los personajes a ver cuál es el que más incomoda a Eternal. Y Eternal mantiene acá su cabal volador. Vamos a ver ahora qué es lo que ocurre, señores, cómo le va con este Noob Cyber a Hellraiser.
Sí, aquí no sé si es que él tiene problemas contra cabal, pero lo vimos que para ganarle a Eternal tuvo que usar a su Sonja y a su Rain. Pero aquí vemos que intentó Liu Kang, que no lo había sacado en todo el torneo. Y ahora sombras nada más. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Cuidado, down one. Consigue throw. Y bueno, echando hacia atrás, buscando el spacing. Wow, intentaba el antiaéreo, pero lo que se le pegó fue una sierra en la cara. El proyectil de cabal, y ahí están los saltos. Y salta, paran. Cuidado, that one. Intenta abrir, bueno, bloqueo de parte de Eternal, el down one. No, el salto, excelente, el antiaéreo. Muy buen antiaéreo que conecta a Chip Dummy con el slide. Los saltos otra vez de Cabal. Cuidadito, bloqueando muy bien. Eternal, intenta otra vez el slide, tiene la ventaja ahora mismo. Hellraiser. Aquí que viene la para con ese Final Blow, pero tiene que tratar de jugar. Excelente el antiaéreo. Vamos a ver si mata esto. Sí, expande la barra y se va a acabar. Esta ronda es para Hellraiser.
Se lleva entonces esta primera ronda Hellraiser, señores, con dos tremendos antiaéreos bien confirmados con este Noob Cyber. Vamos a ver. Uy, no man dash bloqueado. Mejor el castigo ahora de parte de Hellraiser. Buena la entrada. Sigue tirando presión en estos momentos de Eternal, buscando esa entrada desde el aire. Uy, buenísima ahí la patada. Está bloqueando todas esas entradas aéreas en estos momentos Hellraiser. Está atentísimo, señores. Bueno ahí. Uy, la sierra que se le clava finalmente a la mitad del pecho. Ahí este Noob Cyber. Se saca muy bien el agarre en estos momentos Hellraiser de Toxic Games. Sigue manteniendo la presión por el aire en estos momentos de Eternal. Cuidado, la entrada de Noob Cyber, que este personaje quita poco, le dicen acá en Chile.
Bueno, intenta entrar otra vez. Cuidadito en la esquina, la presión, el slide con toda la ventaja de Hellraiser. Toxic Games en la casa. Consigue el throw, crouching blow, se acabó. Oh, no, está vivo aún para Chip Dummy, pero el slide es lo mejor para terminar ese chip. Y esto se pone 1-1, muy bien jugado de parte de Hellraiser con sombras.
Bihan, señores, Bihan resolviéndole los problemas en estos momentos a Hellraiser. 1-1 estamos ahora en esta gran final. Recuerden que Eternal tiene la misión de tener que resetear a Hellraiser, así que vamos a ver si es que logra seguir rescatando puntos. Todavía hay personajes también a los que puede echar mano ahí Eternal.
Sí. No, claro, Eternal tiene todos sus personajes por ahí, tranquilo, o sea, sin problema. De verdad que vamos a ver qué puede pasar aquí, a ver cuál va a ser el cambio o si va a seguir con Cabal.
Veamos. Cero ahí mirándose feo.
Jueks.
Es lo que va a hacer Eternal.
Exacto.
Jueks.
Claro, uno de sus main principales aquí, Jueks.
Jueks acá para responder al tremendo daño que tiene este Noob Cyborg. Le va a decir, ¿usted tiene daño? Sí, yo también. Yo también soy peligroso.
Exacto.
Ahora.
Vamos a ver qué pasa, señores. Puro nivel.
Tomando distancia, midiéndose. Bueno, el slide de la sombra por parte de Hellraiser. Cuidado la entrada. Uy, la entrada aérea por parte de Eternal. Logra meterse ahí muy bien. Mira cómo le rompe el cuello ahí, la cabeza con esos puños. Uy, buena la jumping kick, logró entrar y coman throw en estos momentos. Buena la entrada. Uy, flawless, señores.
¡Oh,
nivel.
my God! Lo vieron. Down to throw to blow. Tienen los combos, Eternal hacia la esquina, el daño. Es muy bueno el Ristan. Oh, pero mira, ahí tenía Punish también. Este sombra. Cuidado, el slide hace chip damage. Trata ahí de entrar Eternal. Cuidado, lo interrumpen con un down one. Consigue el throw aquí. Hellraiser. El jumping sin miedo. Cuidado. Oh, cuidado que te abren el mix. El roll hacia adelante. Cualquier entrada ahí de parte de Hellraiser la hace. No, en serio, sin confirmar. Tiró en parte el blow. Wow, qué mala decisión sin confirmar nada Hellraiser. Un poco desesperado ahí.
Sí, un poco desesperado, lo vimos ahí, ansioso de tratar de cerrar el round y finalmente se lo lleva Eternal, señores, que está picando adelante ahora con un round arriba. Uy, abajo, dos salvajes de parte de Hellraiser para resolver los problemas. Nuevamente la presión por parte de ese Noob Cyborg, la patada baja. Uy, las patadas por parte de Jueks. No, bueno, el bloqueo ahí del command throw y mejor el castigo con el agarre por parte de Hellraiser. Sigue manteniendo así la posición de corner, cuidado. Ah, no, esas patadas bajas no quieren entrar. Está bloqueándose todo en este momento de Eternal. Buenísimo, lo que está haciendo Eternal. Tiene los puños prendidos, cuidado.
No, no están prendidos los puños todavía, pero Eternal tratando de meter presión en el corner. Abre con esa patada mid. Vienen los combos. Cuidadito. Hoy en la cabeza y ahora sí se están encendiendo esos puños. Tiene que tener cuidado aquí. Hellraiser tiene que buscar cómo salir del corner, pero no, está muerto, señores. Wow. Súper sólido Eternal con Jazz y esto se pone 2-1. Prende, Billy.
Complicadísimo. Sí, complicadísimo este Jueks de Eternal, señores, que tiene tanto daño y está muy on point ahí con los bloqueos. Le costó muchísimo aperturar la defensa de Eternal ahí a Hellraiser. Vamos a ver si es que ahora hay algún otro cambio de manos de Hellraiser, porque la siguiente ronda podría ser el reset para Eternal.
Exacto, la siguiente podía ser el reset y nadie quiere que lo reseten en una gran final. Aquí tiene que buscar Hellraiser ese personaje que le pueda dar una victoria y que él pueda seguir usándolo contra Eternal. Es un personaje, Sub-Zero, ok. Creo que es buena elección, Sub-Zero le ha dado muy buenos resultados el día de hoy a Hellraiser y vamos a ver si con Sub-Zero puede conseguir una victoria y llevar esto al juego número 5. Igualmente Eternal, si pierde, puede cambiar de personaje y coger a Jiras o a Johnny Cage, pero creo que Sub-Zero le puede jugar a cualquiera de esos personajes, así que es una muy buena elección de parte de Hellraiser. A ver cómo sigue esta gran final entre estos dos chilenos que están tirando un nivel increíble, señores. Vamos a ver qué pasa.
Vamos a ver qué pasa, señores, acá, porque no quiere que lo reseten Hellraiser. Quiere poder resolver las cosas.
Fuerte.
Anteriormente, ese Sub-Zero estuvo ahí molestando bastante.
Sí, es que te quiten el campeonato de las manos es algo fuerte, ¿eh? Tiene que darlo todo aquí Hellraiser. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Eternal es élite en este juego, mucho nivel. Y a ver cómo le va a Hellraiser con Sub-Zero versus... pero comienza inmediatamente Eternal con los primeros golpes. Trata de entrar ahí con el hielo penetrante, pero inmediato. Wake up sin pensarlo de parte de Hellraiser. Intenta otra vez con el back one. Eternal desbloqueándose en ese último momento, pero la entrada luego del jumping y la confirmación de Eternal es perfecta para dejar pegado a la pared a este Sub-Zero. Pero excelente el throw inmediato luego de cubrir muy bien ese golpe. El flawless block y tuvo que usar las manos de... buscaba el overhead, pero estaba por los aires. Jueks consigue overhead hielo. Vamos a ver si se va por el full combo. Y sí, señores, crouch y block combo, 33% de descuento. ¡Ay, ¡Oh, my God! ¡Yo! Buscaba el back one, pero Eternal con el salto de la patada y el fatal blow. Y esto hace muchísimo daño y deja a Jueks con los brazos prendidos, señores. A ver qué pasa aquí. ¡Mucho respeto! ¡Wow! Down por slide, la clásica. Y se lleva esta ronda Hellraiser, señores. El hype es real. Esto es Grand Final. Liga Latina Sur. Cuidado. Dando ahí otra vez los saltos, consigue El throw Eternal lo deja en el corner. Otra vez salta con la patada en la cabeza. Cuidado. Overhead hielo. Ok.
Sí, bien confirmado.
Bien, excelente
Cuidado,
combo, buena
30% de descuento
confirmación.
de manos de Hellraiser. Sí, sigue la presión en estos momentos en la esquina. Se levanta con barras ahí. Eternal, señores, logra meterse muy bien ahí con el command throw. Deja en la esquina ahora. Ya esta confirmación podría ser todo para Hellraiser. Cuidado, está prendido. Sí, hay barras. Uy, quedó con muy poca vida. Y ahí está. Ese low le da finalmente este
Match point
round
para
a
Reset.
Eternal.
Match point para
Reset,
Reset
match point
Eternal,
para
señores. Y cuidado, busca el throw ahí, lo consigue Hellraiser. Cuidadito. Yendo hacia atrás con muchísima paciencia. No quiere desesperarse. Sabe que Eternal quiere resetear. Quiere el campeonato. Down 4. Cuidado. Down 1 ahí. Los staggers. Ahora los staggers de parte de Jueks. Tocan ahí los down 1. Cuidado. Mucha paciencia de estos dos jugadores. Pero aquí viene el daño. En la esquina. Eso era slide luego de ese jumping. Pero no, se guardó el slide. Sí, luego de ese jumping kit en el aire era slide. Pero guardó y queda en la esquina. Los brazos están prendidos de Jueks. Mucho daño. Está en problemas. Ahora mismo Hellraiser. Pero consigue hielo y tiene para el blow. Tiene para el blow.
Tiene
se va
para
a ir
el
a
blow.
por
Confirma
daño.
empate.
No. Ahora sí. Ahora sí. murió.
Ahora sí,
Sí.
ahora sí.
Ahora sí, señores. Se lleva esta victoria y nos vamos al juego número 5. Hellraiser versus Eternal en esta gran final. Dándolo todo, señores. Excelente de parte de Hellraiser. No se fue inmediatamente por el Fatal Blow. Se fue a por un Wriststand y consiguió esa entrada con el hielo y se lleva la victoria 2-2. Nos vamos a un juego número 5 en esta gran final de chilenos, le he dicho.
Wow, tremendo lo que nos están mostrando estos chicos y piensen que acá recién estamos en la posibilidad de un reset por el lado de Eternal porque está Hellraiser por el lado de Winners. O sea, estamos en el quinto match recién y podría ser el reset además. Así que esto está realmente fuertísimo, todavía nos queda bastante pelea por ver y esta pelea va a ser decisiva para estos chicos.
Sí, señores, una pelea decisiva. Realmente mucho nivel que se está tirando aquí. ¿Será esta la pelea para el campeonato de Hellraiser o será esta la pelea para el reset de parte de Eternal? Vamos a ver qué pasa con estos dos contrincantes. Están tirando mucho nivel y va a seguir con Jueks. Ok, Sub-Zero versus Jueks va a ser la pelea. No va a haber cambio de personajes. Seguimos activo, Liga Latina. Latinoamérica Sur Finals. Sub-Zero versus Jueks.
Activos, señores, activos están estos chicos. Esta es la que vale. Quinto match entre Hellraiser y Eternal. Veamos cómo continúa
Vamos
esto.
a esto,
Partimos
señores.
entonces la primera pelea fight. Cuidado ahí tomando distancia en estos momentos. Hellraiser tratando de irse hacia atrás. Buenos los bloqueos de parte de Eternal. Tratando de entrar con las patadas bajas. Uy, lo fue a buscar, señores. Command throw
Claro,
ahí muy
mucha
bien
paciencia.
conectado. El cielo que no pegó. Sí, muchísima paciencia. Cuidado con el slide. Se acerca de inmediato para conectar el throw ahí. Sub-Zero, bueno el rol para salir de ahí de parte de Eternal. Las patadas de Jueks. Estaba bloqueando todo. Y otra vez el command throw. Y esto está bastante parejo.
slide.
Uy, me levanto con ese slide y ya.
Slide ya, la clásica. Cuidado, los staggers de... el uso del interactivo luego del overhead. Excelente el daño. 22% de descuento y uso de esa herramienta que está ahí gratis para su uso. Consigue los command throw aquí. Eternal lo mete en la esquina. El wake up inmediato. Congela. Se va a acabar esta ronda.
Se va a acabar.
Sí, se acaba esta ronda. Usa sus barras de defensa para tratar de escapar del daño, pero no era necesario. Ahí lo mataba como quiera. Se queda ahora sin barras de defensa Eternal. Overhead hielo. Y esto va a doler.
Sí.
Exacto.
Cuidado,
Buena la
porque tiene
continuación
gracia.
en la esquina. Llegó a tiempo el crouching y tiene la gran final en sus manos ahora mismo Hellraiser. De top 7. Cuidado con el throw Eternal. Dice que todavía no se ha acabado, pero lo pegan del techo de hielo. Y Lady X le está en problema Eternal. ¡Oh! Overhead hielo.
Ahora
Pero,
sí está en
señores,
problema.
vamos a ver, slide. Aún está vivo y tiene para el blow.
Wow.
Tiene que hacer un super comeback. Cuidado, no se puede esperar aquí,
No,
señores. Y
se
sí,
lo lleva.
campeón
Se
de
lo
la Liga
lleva.
Latina. Top 7 game. Hellraiser, señores. Con Brutality. Se lleva toda la Liga Latina. Qué nivel de parte de Hellraiser, señores. Increíble. Con Sub-Zero que 100% le ayudó muchísimo en esta final. En todo el recorrido, Sub-Zero y Rain fueron jugadores clave para él poder seguir vivo. De verdad que excelente y muy bien jugado. Felicidades para Hellraiser. Felicidades también para Eternal, que queda en un segundo lugar. Y felicidades para Jersey Devil, que se lleva el tercer lugar de esta Liga Latina.
Pantalla de carga. Veamos si que deja la presentación.
No estamos en presentación, le dice. Estamos en play, olvídate. Esto es la final. Illumigod versus iScorpion. Vienen los peñones volcánicos. Viene la presión de parte de Cetrion, el avatar. Mira que esta pelea la ha jugado Illuminati contra Tronic y le ha ganado a Tronic ya varias veces Illuminati. O sea que sabe cómo jugarle a Cetrion. Recuerdo que una vez jugando contra Tronic, contra Cetrion, sacó un Scorpion Illuminati. Así que no, cuidadito. Illuminati tiene otros personajes. Pero aquí ahora mismo con toda la ventaja hay Scorpion y todos los peñones del avatar. Usando a su beneficio todos los elementos para drenar la vida de Illuminati. Mira esto, Crouching Blow hablaba ahorita, tiene toda la ventaja. El señor iScorpion le dice, wow.
Con mucha ventaja se lleva este primer round, entonces ahora iScorpion de Snowblaze frente al Qual de Illuminati. Está complicándole las cosas en estos momentos al jugador de Qual, que se viene con todo hacia adelante. Logra conectar muy bien ahí el sombrero, nuevamente el sombrero poseído molestando la sierra, pero ahí está, las paredes de roca le cortan las intenciones a Illuminati. Siguen los terremotos, cuidado con el sombrero sierra, no, los rayos ahí por parte de... buenísimo ahí como logra conectar muy bien ese teleport, intercambio de golpes en el aire y sigue presionando ahora y Scorpion está pareja, mucho más pareja esta pelea ahora, Dion.
Exacto, mucho más parejo el round ahora con la ventaja de vida Illuminati buscando entradas ahí el señor iScorpion, buen bloqueo del sombrero, buen bloqueo nuevamente, el teleport, el salto fue empty sin tirar nada, pero el dive clásico luego de saltar hacia atrás le da esta ronda a Illuminati. Vamos a ver qué pasa aquí, señores, se lo están gozando. Es una pelea de mucho nivel. Es una pelea de paciencia, de ver quién es el mejor de México en esta Liga Latina. Cuidadito. Los sombreros. Otro más intenta entrar ahí con esa presión de Cetrion, iScorpion, el fuego del avatar, los peñones volcánicos. Los terremotos. Cuidado. Ahí cogiendo ventaja. Excelente el teleport en ese preciso momento para poder pegarse y conseguir un poco de daño, pero nuevamente cómo aleja a Cetrion rápidamente a un lado con esos tornados. Cuidado, otro sombrero más, el salto de Illuminati, el down 3, los dobles sombreros. Wow, qué raro, no siguió el combo.
Cuidado ahora,
bueno,
los peñones volcánicos. Bueno, ahora los rayos, tratando nuevamente con los peñones. Cuidado con la Deixe para acercarse, pero acá se viene el juego cuerpo a cuerpo de parte de Cetrion.
¡Ay, se movió!
Esto tiene Crash, se movió, señores.
¡Wow! No lo mata, no usó la barra para escapar, pero igualmente le va a hacer muy buen daño aquí. Y al parecer se movió en ese preciso momento. Cuidado que mata. Por poco. Para el blow, no le funciona, sombrero.
El tele para reacción.
¡Ay, está vivo aún!
¿Rocas?
¡Está vivo!
¡No, señores!
¡Los temblores!
Esto no se acaba.
¡Se devuelve el sombrero Illuminati, señores! Se lleva la primera y a la primera le mete un fatality diciéndote, pero tú quieres ganar a la mala. Ahora con Cetrion, toma, fatality. La chapita de la cabeza. Illumigod, señores. Oh my God. Se devolvió el sombrerito, Lady Ixel. Y frenó ese teleport de iScorpion.
Era
mío,
buena
señores.
la jugada de iScorpion, era buena la jugada, pero ese sombrero se devuelve, señores, y le da finalmente ese puntito de vida que le faltaba ahí a Illuminati, señor. Illumigod, que hace una tremenda pelea con este Qual frente a la Cetrion de iScorpion. Veamos si es que hay algún cambio ahora.
Bueno, no sé si habrá un cambio para Jackie. Realmente jugó bien, pero vamos a ver qué pasa.
Sí, hay cambio, hay Jackie. Vimos anteriormente a esta Jackie bastante dominada por Qual, así que quizás acá pueda tener bastante trabajo que hacer a iScorpion, pero al parecer se siente más confiado con este personaje. Recordemos que iScorpion tiene la tarea de resetear a Illuminati.
A ver qué pasa, señores.
Veamos. Partimos de inmediato
Vamos a ver,
con las
señores.
acciones. Cuidado, los saltos por parte de esa Jackie Briggs. El sombrero que empieza a molestar de inmediato ahí de Qual. El fuego en el piso para cerrarle las opciones ahí a Illuminati. Uy, mira, por favor, me paro encima del fuego, no me importa nada. Sigue en la presión, el sombrero molestando. Buena la entrada ahora por parte de iScorpion, tratando de entrar con los puños. Uy, confirmación impecable de parte de Illuminati ahí, Dillon.
Exacto. Excelente el punish ahí con el Superman Punch. El momento ahora es de iScorpion. Muy bueno el daño. El sombrero otra vez y vuelve a su main Jackie Bridge. El codazo del pueblo. Se lo acaba de comer con un lado. Cuidadito. iScorpion buscando las opciones. El interactivo. Más bombas azules para hacerle daño a un lado. Pero cuidado que hay Battle Blow. Cuidado que hay Battle Blow. Lo va a tirar el Illuminati. Vamos a ver. Sí, tirando todo. Illumicot no le importa nada. Sabe que no mata, pero sabe que lo va a poner en una muy buena posición donde con un poco de chip damage podría matarlo. Pero cuidadito que esto no mata. Esto escala muchísimo. El sombrero, y te lo dije. Esa sierra de Qual está siendo efectiva, señores.
Wow, ese sombrero está molestándole mucho en estos momentos. iScorpion logra ahora pasar por encima. Había logrado romper la defensa de Illuminati, pero no termina de confirmar. ¡Uy! Señores, uppercut en Crashing Blow, Locho Ryuken. Tremenda la confirmación de parte de iScorpion, 36% de descuento. Nuevamente presionando con los puños. Está prendiendo fuego. Mira, por favor, abajo dos así, salvajes nomás.
Sí, da un 2 así por si acaso, pero aquí los puñitos de Hitman lo va a llevar a la esquina. Illuminati con mucha desventaja de vida y sin la opción para hacer Fatal Blow. A ver si puede hacer un super comeback. No, señores, iScorpion dice que no, el fuego azul está ahí con los chimis y ahí está el fuego otra vez. Cuidado que si pisa hacia atrás, un lado se muere. Oh, quería buscar esa entrada, pero no, esta ronda es para iScorpion.
Señores, al parecer esta va a ser la tónica de estas peleas. Siempre nos vamos a ir al tercer round. Está muy parejo esto. Mira, por favor, cómo trata de agarrar ahí a Scorpion, pero no le dice Illuminati. El teteo está prendido en fuego en estos momentos. Cuidado que hay fuego azul también en el piso. El sombrero molestando ahí a Jackie, tratando de entrar desde el aire. Bueno, la presión con los puños. No, señores, la Daike ahí que logra entrar. Cuidado nuevamente.
Ahora
el
sí.
sombrero. El sombrero,
sí, ahora sí
ahí
puede entrar el sombrero.
Ah.
Recuerdo que contra Pain el sombrero ahí no pudo entrar, pero ahora sí. Combo, confirmación de parte de Illumicot. Va a intentar abrir otra vez, pero quien entra con el punish inmediatamente es iScorpion. Y se va por el full punish. Cuidadito, intenta abrir a Illumicot, que cubre muy bien, pero no. Entra Illuminati. No hay barra para escapar del combo. Y Illumicot está cerca de la victoria. ¡Uy, cuidado, un poco desesperado!
¡No!
Y se la lleva Illuminati 2-0 por encima de iScorpion. Otro fatality más, dice Illuminati. Olvídate de eso. Ya yo estoy prendido. Otro fatality para ti, Illumicot. The Brotherhood of Shadow le está mandando un mensaje a iScorpion de que ni Cetrion ni Jackie han podido con él. Él con su main número 1 en el juego desde que salió Mortal Kombat Qual. Illuminati fue uno de los mejores Qual a nivel internacional en Mortal Kombat X y está repitiendo aquí en Mortal Kombat 11 su hazaña de ser uno de los mejores Qual del mundo. Señores, es un nivel increíble el que está metiendo Illumicot. Está jugando muy bien también iScorpion, pero está 2-0 abajo en el marcador, donde él tiene que resetear a Illuminati para poder coronarse campeón de la Liga Latina de México este año. Nada fácil para iScorpion. ¿Ok? No, ok. No. A ver.
Si ya tenía un trabajo duro iScorpion, ahora se le complica mucho más, señores, porque tiene que buscar un reverse trio y va a lanzar a Jade. Vamos a ver si este personaje ahora logra resolver los problemas. Ya tiró a los dos top tier del juego, a Cetrion y a Jackie Briggs, y no ha podido conseguirlo. Y ahora viene Jay a tratar de solucionar esto.
Bueno, Qual. Mi madre, Illumicot prendido. A ver qué puede hacer Jay aquí. Es que ha tenido que cambiar personaje tras personaje. Lady X. Fuerte el problema aquí. Entrada en Crouching Blow de parte de Illumicot a buscar el daño. Excelente. Expand de la barra, 32% de descuento. Otra entrada más de Illuminati. Hay barras para seguir el combo. En la cabeza, un poco perdido ahora mismo. Hay Scorpion, que por lo menos ahora pudo entrar y está buscando hacerle daño a Illumicot. Vamos a ver. Ahí lo tenía para Crouching Blow. No siguió la secuencia.
Anti-zoning, ojo que ese anti-zoning lo ayuda a cruzar ahí el sombrero, cierra, cuidado, trata ahora de castigar ahí con el palito, otra vez el anti-zoning activado, por eso no está ocupando tanto el sombrero ahora Illuminati, cuidado, nuevamente trata de entrar a Scorpion, manteniendo muy bien la distancia. Esto es juego de paciencia lo que tiene que hacer con Jay, tiene que hacer un juego mucho más medido en estos momentos a Scorpion, y eso es lo que le estamos viendo, manteniendo mucho más las distancias, ocupando muy bien los proyectiles, cuidado que está en posición de Fatal Blow a Scorpion, pero ahí viene la entrada ahora de Illuminati, tiene mucha ventaja, se lo podría llevar acá el jugador de Qual. Ahí está, abajo uno, no terminó de entrar, está en posición de tipeo de daño, eso sí, hizo Fatal Blue y no entró eso, se lo lleva finalmente Illuminati y está en match point ahora para llevarse esto, tournament point, Dion.
Tournament point, Illumicot, The Brotherhood of Shadow. Da un trico, ya que tú quieras, estoy prendido, toma sombrero. El señor del Qual está encendido, señores. Está tratando de hacer algo aquí. Los flawless block, el nivel de Illuminati es increíble, señores. Otra vez, Cuidadito, intenta entrar ahí, los traques con Jay otra vez, está cogiendo el sistema de los 50-50 Illuminati, pero la cabeza. El wake up salvaje de iScorpion que no quiere que se le pegue Illuminati. Vamos a ver qué pasa. A Sonic, me pongo moradita, cuidado. Tratando de ganar una, excelente el puño medio, la distancia es increíblemente bien medida por parte de Illuminati, que pone aquí a iScorpion en problemas, y el throw, esto va a ser brutality, sí,
¡Se lo lleva, se lo
es
lleva!
campeón de la Liga Latina de México, Illuminati, con Qual. Álvaro,
Wow.
Rodrigo Charo está celebrando ahora mismo todo México con esta victoria 3-0, tranquilo Illuminati. Manito, tú estás loco, Álvaro.
Tremendo, tremendo. Y con Brutality finalmente cierra esto, pero con un 3.
Throughout this entire tournament, but I mean, I think so much depends on this first pick, but here we go. This is the matchup that Waz lost 2 times in a row in that last set, and this is how it's starting off. So if there does end up being a counter pick war, and Swazy does get the first win because of this character pick, that's going to be Waz at a huge disadvantage. But here we go. We're starting off with the pre-reset, at least, grand finals. We'll see if it even gets to the reset. Waz looking nigh undefeatable today, but he has been so close to being knocked off that throne.
Yeah, very, very close. It could be anyone's game. That's going to be super plus frames after that forward 4. So Waz being pretty respectful there. Good block from Swazy standing up for that overhead. We did see him doing a great job of that against Wi-Fi Scorpion. Look at that, just kind of bullying Waz, and that's definitely Waz looking for some kind of throw, letting go of block, and just kind of holding on to down to try to get that high to whiff. It does come out here with that forward 2 amplified ice ball, getting a lot of damage. High risk, high reward, but it paid off for him. Swazy taking a slight little lead here in the beginning of this grand finals. Oh, 3 down ones?
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a fast down 1. It's a 6-frame down 1, right? A lot of Sub-Zeros complain about its range, but it is actually one of the few 6-frame down 1s in the game. So you do check with it very often, and it works. You know, you can also interrupt certain things with it that you can't interrupt anything else. And wow, I'm surprised we didn't see a slide punish on that screen.
Yeah,
have been for sure. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's a spacing specific thing.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta be real close. I know. Oh, big ice ball coming at you. Gonna keep him grounded for as long as possible. Waz holding on to that meter. I almost feel like, Swazy going for a ride now, thanks to that big screen crushing blow. Waz going to be coming off of that resource, no longer access to it, and that's usually a ticket to a lot of damage here. So that's going to be very critical here, that decision, critical coming into this final round.
Yeah, so, I mean, normally it's a really scary thing to have to try to win with Sindel without a lot of your big resources, that being KB Scream and Fatal Blow. But this is, again, the launching variation of Sindel, which we have seen come into play like every once in a while, not a huge amount, but just being able to open somebody up with something like that, you know, and get that much amount of damage is huge. And right now, I mean, that might come into play because Waz needs to make back a ton of life to be able to still win in this spot. And look at this, the strongest interactable in the game, in my opinion, just standing behind them, nobody using it. You could see a tick throw from it pretty soon. Oh, never mind. Yeah, not enough to save you.
I mean, the straight ice ball at that range, I almost feel like it's just kind of, maybe he was anticipating like a backdash or, you know, Sindel to kind of, I mean, it's just a very, it seemed like a very risky move, but it paid off. It was the right move, just kind of threw that ice ball out there, trapping her and, you know, putting her to in a really bad spot, just depleting that health, and Swazy getting that first victory. And again, this is what Swazy switched to. Now, the reason why I thought it was strange that Waz went with the Sindel pick, knowing that Swazy was highlighting Sub-Zero, was just because Swazy got 2 consecutive wins with Sub-Zero against Sindel as soon as he switched to that character. So, I mean, it's just a little strange that they didn't kind of pick off where they left off. I thought that Waz would already highlight Jade, but it looks like he is going to Jade right now. These guys are fighting for that swag prize, which is available to the rest of the regions that we're going to be seeing this weekend. So yes, other regions are going to have access to that swag bag. If you're in those top 8s, you're definitely going to be fighting for a bigger prize than you thought. A lot of unique items in there. Oh, straight for the slide. Big punish coming out of Jade, but again, big punish.
I love that, using the crushing blow as a big whiff punish. That was a great way to use it. It's one of those you kind of have to throw out a lot of the time when hope it hits, but if you can guarantee it in that way, that's good. But there we go, finally seeing that glow being punished. That might make Waz reconsider, because it's not just the damage from the hemp slide, right? It's the fact that it's setting up the crushing blow.
Yeah, it's going to set up the crushing blow requirements, you know, as long as that animation does complete there. And one thing you got to be mindful about when you're fighting Jade, especially when you're fighting with a character that's, you know, has so many, you know, high risk, high reward things, you know, Jade doesn't really punish too hard. She doesn't do a lot of damage. Most of it is just kind of a restand situation. So by all means, go a little crazier with those slides. Go a little crazier with those, you know, forward twos. That was actually a very clean punish here. Oh, goes for the gap, but too scared to let go. Didn't want to look for the flawless block gap. Tries to hit the forward two, but nobody's home. Twice!
Two times in a row.
Oh, yeah, times in a row.
Forward 2-2, so that's a forward 4, right? I guess that's how math works.
It.
Oh no! No! Big punish. Definitely could have had that right there. I'm surprised it didn't work out. Maybe just a little bit too late. But again, yeah, just not having the confidence to punish that glow with slide. It's happened before. I think just try to get. Oh wow! Right when the glow wore off. That's gonna be a nice knockdown.
Yeah, it's nice a little timer that he has in his head. As soon as that glow is on, oh, it's going to be a punish here from Jay. But again, look at the damage, not even 20%. Now, granted, you're left in a restand position, but, you know, some characters can take half your health if you do that. So, by all means, in this matchup, play a little riskier. No problem at all. You know, if you guess right half the time, you're going to come out the victor.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even punish slide, I mean, you're really not taking that much. So I want to see more attempts to punish the glow. But okay, here we go. Gonna put him in a fatal blow, which is maybe not one combo to kill. Oh, there we go. There's the raw slide. All right. Yeah, that's got to be a breakaway. That was actually a really scary breakaway. That could have just been fatal blow right there. But now it's, oh, jumps out. Oh, no more defense far. Okay, we'll do one far. Oh yeah, gonna run away. This is gonna be really hard to avoid chip. Expect that. That's unsafe! The forward two fatal blow! He didn't try to punish. He's like, you know what? You assume that the punish is gonna be coming, but instead, I'm just gonna mix you up into the overhead. That worked perfect. Look at that, less than 5 HP left on Swazy's side. And all right, that's a great usage of that. But still, though, the pressure is being put on by Waz, and it does look like Waz has gotten a little bit more comfortable in this matchup over today.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more comfortable right now going for a ride. I believe now that crushing blow should be loaded because that was 2 back-to-back right there. Pokes out of that back one. It does hit as a high, really good normal, but gotta remember it is a high. Nice hit confirmed from the low strength back, 3-2, and right there the crushing blow loaded, ready to go. But you just gave Jade access to that fatal blow, which does hit really, really hard. One of the few damage routes that she does have in her toolkit. What was that short hop? Too far away!
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think that must have been an attempt to flawless block again. And now look at this. This is like one confirm away from death, and that might be that confirm. No. I think it's just short, right? It has to be just short.
A little bit too short. Yeah, I think he's going to be barely alive here. One more nitro kick is going to be the end of this animation. Oh, he gets clipped by the low. Unfortunate for Swazy. That could have been the comeback of the century here. But unfortunately, Jade finding that one little hit there with the wiggle stick. Back to a very, very good normal, very far range. Of course, does hit as a high mostly, but you get that nice, easy hit confirm into the fatal blow, and Waz knew it just right. I almost feel like if he didn't cash in on that amplified slide crushing blow, she would have been out of that fatal blow territory. Then the next combo, but I think because of the way that Winners Finals ended, I don't think he wanted to rely on that. So he said, you know what, let me get the damage wherever I can get it, and hopefully be able to not get hit by fatal blow. But it's not so easy.
It's something that I see happen still even a decent amount from even the best players is sometimes you want to cash out on things, but the thing is, it's one way or another, it's going to be 2 combos to death at that point. And the slide doesn't give you Oki. It completely does the opposite. It actually gives them a free glow in that situation. So it might just be worth it at that point to just save it, get good Oki, get one more mix-up into the slide, KB, and then that would be that, as opposed to what happened. Whoa, weird backwards projectiles. This game has already started off very strange, a lot of aggression. Nice slide with the
tries to punish that glow there, just a little too slow. Love the fact that he ducked for the possible cancel into the low. Now Jade, thanks to that special move, as long as she's got bar, she can make it safe going into tricky things like the overhead.
Oh no. But again, look, it's not really that much damage. It's exactly like you said, and there we go. This is, again, not quite enough. I don't know if you want to spin out Fatal Blow here. Yeah, win for the reset. I think that was the right choice, even though the overall guess was wrong. Yeah, Swazy knew, if I do this, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to spin out Fatal Blow. I can save it for another round. The Fatal Blow wouldn't have killed anyway. It would have just given me the same amount of Oki, and so he just went for the exact reset.
Yeah, just wanted to reset, looking for, the long term. Didn't want to come off any resources if it wasn't going to be, for the win. Big jump in kick, is he going to cash in? No, decides to break away. Waz jumping out of the corner, buying all this real estate behind him. But right now, just kind of going in with some down ones, multiple down one pressure here, kind of stating to me and stating to Swazy that, you might be a little too scared to challenge back here.
Oh, nice falls block. Oh, that had to have been an input error. Just for the raw ice ball right there. Not sure what it was supposed to be, but... Oh, crashing out on the crushing blow. I'm not sure about that, though. Again, not going to give any Oki, and could have got a lot of damage in wall carry, but instead threw backwards into mid-screen, cornered himself. Regardless, it might work out, though. This is such a huge life lead. Although...
Oh, man, he's got Fatal Blow. We saw this before. Wiggles thinking of Fatal Blow.
Oh, no!
Oh, so what happened with Swazy was anticipating the Delia's dance cancel, and which hits as a low, but the oh my god, he's still alive. He's still alive. I was talking like he's dead.
Oh, he dashed through and got the grab. Oh my god, I thought that was gonna be... Oh my gosh, that whole round was too much for me. I don't even want to talk about that round anymore. Oh my gosh.
He was on the left side of her, and then I guess he just didn't want to take like a risk, so he just said, let me just go for throw. That was
It wasn't even a punish. It wasn't even a punish. It was just actually a throw lantern. I don't think you can technically tech it because I think you die from the damage, but like he could have just neutral ducked it or smashed down 2 or something. Oh my god, that was
But he was facing the wrong. He was facing the wrong way for a second, which is why I think he didn't press it for him.
Yeah.
It was a very specific spot. Oh no, unfortunate for Swazy on life support here. Really nothing he can do. He needs to get in, and that's going to be all she wrote. His only chance there was to possibly flawless block that on hit, but that is a very tough thing to do. And even if he did, it might have been enough to chip him out either way. Waz taking that last game here with that Jade pick. Almost made that big comeback there with the overhead fatal blow. So what Swazy was looking for, he was anticipating the overhead to go into the low, but instead he got overhead to go into overhead fatal blow. And yeah, it has like a specific animation. You have the flicker, you have the sound noise, you have the sound cue to kind of tell you, hey, this is fatal blow. And the players at this level know that the Jade fatal blow is an overhead. But it's just, you're so conditioned, you're so ready to anticipate the low being canceled into that, your thumbs and your body just tell you, all right, you got to block low after this. You got to block low. So good job on Waz playing against that.
Round 1.
Yeah, it was also going to be a really hard range to punish from. But yeah, wow, what a weird set it's been so far. But now Waz just needs to win one more game to be this season's champion for Oceania. But so far, a good start from Swazy. Ooh, I say that right as it's not, and then it is. I don't know. This is immediately starting off where that last game ended, I think. Just starting off with the scramble, a lot of weird interactions. But of course, this is the best way to get this momentum started. Okay, or not.
This is Jade we're talking about. Okay, I don't care what level of Jade we're playing. Down 2 is coming out.
And a wake up of 3. The only two moves you need.
That's it. That's all you need. One's horizontal, the other one's vertical. Good. No problem. Got all our bases covered.
Oh
He just
punished. Went for it. I don't even know what this was attempting to like do. That wasn't on a glow. This one might be enough. This one is, I think, just slightly enough. Yeah, just barely. And so we are on match point, tournament point, and season points for Waz right here. He needs to win one more to prevent this whole reset, but here we go. Finally, we're starting to see the slides punish on the close, and that is one more closer to setting up that slide amplify crushing blow. Oh, the jump out. Great call. Ooh, the flaws block. We haven't seen a lot of flaws blocks in this set yet. Oh no. Oh, drop.
Get out there. A little bit of a drop. Definitely not what he wants here. Goes to the whole string. Waz challenging back right away.
Oh, there's the grab. Still nothing loaded as far as grab crushing blows though. Oh, waiting for that slide. All right, here we go. We're gonna see some pressure, I think, coming out here from Waz. I think Waz says, I am this close. I want to end this entire tournament. I don't want to wait for you to mess up. I want to seize this victory. All right, has an opportunity to glow here. A little bit close. Go on the jump kick, and there's no escape from that. Tries to break away as soon as possible, but it's just not gonna work. It's guaranteed 100%. And Waz is going to be your Oceania Mortal Kombat Pro Competition champions.
He did it. He did it. I mean, not that it was, you know, super one-sided, especially the deeper.
Shortly after.
So here it is then, the grand finals of the Middle East Pro Competition. The IKK, Tekken Master, vWsym, Cetrion versus Joker.
But this is a matchup that we've seen countless times in grand finals, no less, right now. You can just look at the range and being able to contest. I think vWsym having the clutch and the range, and more importantly, I think the fearlessness on offense to not be afraid to stick out those grabs, not be afraid to just be ready for those kind of hits, and kind of like that, those trip guards that bag a full combo in Tekken Master. Not breaking, conceding the damage. Oh, that forward 1-4 whiff, that's unusual.
Trade.
Respect will always be shown. Flawless blocks not being had just yet. There will be on the folder.
Man, is this even? Man, is this even?
But I think this goes to show the level of comfort and experience, because in the losers finals, vWsym versus Faisal, it was Liu Kang versus Cetrion. He's fighting the same character here in grand finals because he's against Tekken Master, it's Joker, and there's a punish!
That was instant catch-up. That was instant.
Round 2, fight.
Again, folks, know your enemy. And that's what this is. I can only imagine they've run this matchup before, and the Liu Kang against Tekken Master is just less successful. That's the thing that happens with training partners and those that, you know, part of the same team and whatever. You get different characters because you're against a different person that has a different style. And in this style, Joker clearly works better than Liu Kang for Faisal. Not Faisal, sorry. vWsym, my bad.
Still punished with the Pinata. This is looking really good for Tekken Master.
My counter hit was already spent. That's always a crazy thing about this matchup, you know, is that amplified back forward 4, it doesn't get absorbed by the wall. I don't think it counts as a projectile. Oh, hang on. There's half of it. No, we save it.
Still has it. Doesn't need to.
No meter. No, the wake up grab.
Sucks. 3% left. The grab out. And yes, even though it was cancelled, no second hit was enough for the round. One apiece here.
Fight.
active frames, looking for the pickup. I think was probably a little bit concerned about the breakaway right there. Wachsym does.
All these grabs, no fear from them. No neutral ducks, just yet.
Like I said, these are two characters that can really blow you up from neutral duck, and especially Joker, the confirmable mids thanks to Kapow. He's a scary character to anti-grab, but he grabs you all day. Chip damage, we see the Bat TQ come out to play for the first time. These flawless blocks are next level. The reactions of Wachsym. We haven't talked about it much all day, but you know, we've been talking about the neutral-heavy gameplay. I'd absolutely say one of the most impressive reactionary players that we've seen in pro competition.
Tries to interrupt it, gets a deadly wind instead. Beautiful trip guards, yes sir, and that should be curtains. There is no breakaway available.
Oh my god, and there was
Easy
even
hit
a
confirmed.
second bar if we wanted to spend it right there. Fantastic stuff in a game one.
Wachsym striking first. Needs to work hard to reset the bracket. It's 2 more to put Tekken Master into losers.
I think with the way things are going, we could have a game 5 before the reset even takes place.
Oh, we could be in for a long one, that's for sure. Buckle up.
I mean, there's basically going to be no break between this and EUE, so we're going to go straight
It's all good,
in.
man. It's all
Straight
good.
in. That's how we
Full
roll.
weekends.
That's how we
of
roll.
Mortal Kombat. The pro comp, man. Let's finish it with the bang.
Who needs dinner? I don't.
So no change just yet anyway from Tekken Master.
I would be surprised actually in this matchup if Tekken Master does change, because there's just been something about him versus Joker where he relentlessly sticks to Cetrion.
Round 1. Fight.
As we now jump into our next matchup, are we going to play this magical game of back and forth, right? I take one, you take one. Rinse, repeat until the bitter end. More flawless blocks coming out ready for that rock. Just shutting down any amount of chips that you can. The unusual.
There it is.
I mean, he's jumping at awkward times here, Mitsu, and it does eventually lead to a duct. Grab.
Again, tries to interrupt, take his turn. Deadly wins, stuffing that. Jumps on the corner, yes. Important. Even though he might lose the round, definitely not spending this one, just taking the cancel.
It's Joker in the corner. I'd say never count him out, but there's the armor break, and it will be the game. Tekken Master taking that first round in good fashion. And with Mita to escape the corner if he wants to, but I don't think he's close enough to it yet for the panic to set in. Oh. All active frames of the wall. You just cannot teleport on this guy. Good trade for Joker.
But all these pinatas, man, so much damage adding up. Wise to it, blocking now. Yeah, not counter poking anymore. In case of a deadly wins. Look at that patience.
This relentless.
Chip at that point. Look at that, man.
And that's guaranteed. But the flawless block saved him.
Oh no. Ooh.
Oh, that was such a good play as well. He backed up to wait for the inevitable down one, but he just couldn't quite whiff punish it. The layer of which was seamless play in this game. Another level. The flawless blocks.
Oh no.
He kept himself way longer alive in that match than I think most players would have survived. Like, the flawless blocks kept him in the game, and
for sure.
Unfortunately, couldn't. That would have been, I think, one of the most impressive comebacks we had ever seen because of those circumstances. So, not surprised he lost it, but good God, he made it hard for Tekken Master to close that one out.
Just refused to die, this guy.
But that does now mean, even though it's 1-1, Tekken Master really is the one in the lead. He has the series advantage. He wins these next 2 games. That's it. This tournament's over.
The Joker. Cetrion.
No change. Wsym.
I have never seen this many flawless blocks used in the tournament. And I don't mean like just flawless block up threes and everything else, like straight up to save himself as often as he is. This is a thoroughly impressive showing. Middle East Mortal Kombat. Don't count it out. So many fantastic players. This grand final, I think, is a perfect representation of this community in terms of talent. Absolutely.
Oh no, not again.
That one a bit more deliberate, perhaps, because you have the amplifier to save you, but again, push back to great good range. The down 4, I mean, oh, that Citron down 4. A magic button just adds to an already existing brick wall of defense. Dash in, you have a delayed mid. You think I'm going to grab? Think again, eat this 5% damage. And now I grab. I do too grab.
Earth realm obeys.
Tekken Master taking control of things here. He's not getting anything going for himself realistically here so far. This match 3.
Again, no absorb. The wall does not absorb that. Amplify. Not spending the crushing blow. It must have been because he had no meter and Tekken Master had break. It would have been a bit of a waste. Now, however, we have meter. So we can save it for the next play, and now 2 touch to kill. Tekken Master gets hit now. The round does go to Wsym. However, as that forward throw comes through, half of the life is gone now. Just shy of 40% left in the tank. Now make that 32. Fatal blow. This could be the ticket. One fatal blow. Who's going to do it? The reaction!
Oh my goodness. Was that a reaction, man?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was looking for the projectile for sure. I think he was going to react to any projectile there, but he just gave him extra time. That was no coincidence. Not in my grand final, says Tekken Master. 2-1 here, and 1 game away from winning not just the tournament, but the championship. The Middle Eastern Regional Finals of Intercontinental Combat.
The worst time to set out a Batsy Pew Pew.
It was just fast enough that I'm willing to call that a reaction. If it was like at the same time, I'd call it a read, but it came out just after. Like that looked very much like a reaction to me, especially considering it's not an input, like Fatal Blow being just, you know, your 2 trigger buttons. It just means that if you're playing on pad, which most of these players do, that Fatal Blow reaction in that range, you can react to the slightest movement where if there's no motion like required, it just cuts off input time anyway.
It was good regardless. And even
so good.
If it was blocked, it would have been alright. Worst thing would have been probably a 4-2 punish from Joker. But let's not forget about that, as Tekken Master needs 1 more to be crowned a champion once again.
But it is still going in with the Joker. This is where I am the most interested in that. There is no Liu Kang in this matchup. Against Faisal Combat, it was Liu Kang all the way, and the Liu Kang looked fantastic, but against Tekken Master, it's Joker again. Like I said, I think that's very much just knowing the opponent that you're against. And with the long journey that both of these players have been on in the online realm, the Middle Eastern side of this tournament, concluding in this grand finals as fitting as it is, first place is the only place for them. Neither of these players will be satisfied with second, I guarantee it.
Oh, almost. We're not active just yet. And Wsym needs a miracle at this point.
Uh-oh, that's going to be championship point for Tekken Master. One of these rounds, and we're done. What does Wsym have left in the tank, maybe? This Joker, we need to turn things up to 11, otherwise we're done here.
So many diddly wins in this potential final match. Trade. It's 3 for 3. You look at those flawless blocks, man. Nullifying.
You need to turn
Chip
that
damage.
dial up.
Look at that.
And if flawless block is how you do it, then so be it. Here comes another one.
Look at that.
Oh, we get confirm. Patience.
Hang off. It's gonna be.
We go for the guaranteed combo as well. The jump in. We are playing no games right here. Oh, overcommits.
Surely no breakaway.
Oh, the armor break.
How about that? Keeping up the combo in the corner. Tekken Master still on championship points, but vWsym is looking like he's waking up.
It's like we said, it's do or die right now. You have to do something that you haven't been doing before, otherwise it's going to be over for you. With the momentum that Tekken Master was...
Oh!
Oh, he's messing up these flawless blocks. That's
so
too much damage he does not want to take. Yeah, I agree.
So expensive. Dashing his way in. vWsym, and that is the third one. It's just not even a matter of damage. It's the spacing that you lose. All the space that you dashed in carefully.
Remember, everyone, this was the matchup in winners finals that went down to final game, final round. And this Joker has been able to take it just shy of all the way.
Oh, risky decision going with the grab at that stage.
Oh, the whip
Pinata.
Oh, and Tekken Master is gonna do it. Going into this tournament as the favorite, but having to work a lot harder than I think most people expected him to. Tekken Master is the champion of the Middle Eastern region of intercontinental combat here in the pro competition. But we gotta say, you know, commiserations to vWsym, to Faisal as well, to Hamo additionally. This has been a fantastic top 8 and a worthy top 4, but Tekken Master remains, I think,
variation that we saw against Nivek. K-Top definitely looked a little bit more comfortable, or rather just, you know, proficient at playing this matchup and picking the right times to allow him to play the game he wants to play when he was playing against Val in the winners finals. But Ramires, a different player. You're gonna have to really pull it through and try to close it out for yourself if you're K-Top. But if you're Mr. Ramires, you've got a bit of a mountain to climb over here to take down the #1 seed in grand finals.
Yeah.
Very much possible.
I definitely say the most aggressive Jackie in this side of the world as well. There are plenty of Jackies out there, but K-Top, rushdown is a core part of his entire game plan. Also these, immediately, again, waiting for the dash, and that is his opportunity to go in from the lead. Because clearly, whether you can do it back-to-back, it might be a very tight input, and it's not one that's been proven to be consistent.
A throw escape right there, gonna get a punish as well. Uses the full string because he was just still in the air. And the grenade launchers just to close things up. K-Top with a really strong round for himself.
Fight.
Okay, see Ramires getting opened up a little bit over here, holding the plus frames in the corner. Grenade launcher has been used. Ramires opening up a little bit of space and catches the shimmy with the 4-4.
One of pressure. Oh, we're being sneaky out here. Okay. Things meterless so far, though. Look and flip. Another one.
The combat leads
that hits the air to where here we go. Sindel weapon flipper.
And that was all corner pressure right there for Mr. Ramires, as he just kept it very, very simple, but very effective right there. He gets the round for himself. K-Top now forcing things back into the mid-screen, trying to play a lot more aggressively.
That's actually likely to trade damage outright, to be honest with you. Does do about 10% or so, give or take, if you're in an entire puddle. Tries to punish too far away for the 1-1, actually. That's kind of tragic.
Still a little bit. Until that was the second time in a row K-Top took that option. Ramires was definitely ready for it, but missed that punish. And now K-Top burning down all this life of really goofy forward 4 right there, hitting from behind.
Sindel. Ah, she's out of the flames. Only took a tiny bit of damage. Would have been much worse. But the back-to-back again, the call out from K-Top, and he has 2 bars of meter to press, and he will. This chip damage is severe. Watch the stilettos. Oh, he's taking so much damage. The 1-1-2 pushing back to a safe distance, but the question is, Falcon, how long? Oh, no, no.
I mean, that was, unfortunately for Mr. Ramires, that grenade launcher whiffed. If he had blocked that, it would have been mostly okay, but because the carpet flame was down, it was kind of like, you know, between a rock and a hard place over there. And K-Top managing to take the first game for himself in that situation, no surprise.
And that will now be a game 1 with the winner side advantage. A couple of those left, and we'll be in business. K-Top. I know K-Top, though. I know that how much this tournament win would mean to him.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, H-Dub, if you're watching the stream, we need a live pop-off reaction if K-Top actually does win. We need a video. Like, we need this to happen. But no, in all honesty, I can't downplay Ramires at all. I know I'm talking about K-Pop. K-Pop? This is like the third time I've done this to the poor guy's name. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's the first time I've ever heard it. Oh no,
but
I'm a K-Top stan.
But in all honesty, there's absolutely no means I don't want to sound like I'm downplaying Ramires if in any way, shape, or form. There's a reason he's in grand finals. He's been arguably one of the more consistent players in the CIS region throughout the entirety of Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate.
Start things off by being aggressive once more. An opening here for K-Top and a knockdown. What's it going to be from this point? Yo, that wake-up scream got blitzed by the plasma.
It really
Chucking
did.
that plasma.
And only now did the burning just stop catch up. That's still 601 life on the table. K-Top just looking for that moment. The leap in, it's going to trade hits, but ultimately K-Top still with the advantage. Goes for the leap in again, gets the hit this time. My god, how many grenade launchers do you want to use? And right there, the clean conversion off that air-to-air. K-Top getting that round for himself.
That's definitely a how many grenade launchers do you want to use in one round? Answer, yes. And the stagger game of K-Top being as effective as it is allows him to regenerate the meter. The meter he can use to loop the offense even more. Feels like it never ends sometimes.
Really do be like that. And right now, the down one check. You can see keeping the plus frames on, just trying to keep Ramires honest, but Ramires pushing back the space with that forward 4 up 3, trying to establish the air banshee, but the jump in straight again from that leap. The jump 2. K-Top getting a lot of success out of that, no matter which Sindel he's been playing against.
Good round here from Ramires. So oh, will be it. Active frames of the scream coming out hot. And now with a round each, K-Top, this is a pivotal game for him to get ultimate comfort zone. Ramires, you don't want to be 2-0 down when you've already got to make a reset happen in the first place. Oh, the whiff standing too. I don't think that was intentional. Maybe a flawless block it was meant to be.
Maybe. But right now, K-Top, he has a decent lead at the moment. That air banshee is definitely going to even things out. Right now, it's in favor of Mr. Ramires, who's going to find another one. Has the corner as well to work with off that 26%.
He's getting rushed down by the Sindel now. That crazy good effective range, and just like that! That was such a fast sequence to make it a 1-1. That was looking all K-Top. And then out of nowhere, corner demolition for Sindel. Mr. Ramires equalizing.
Ramires has been incredibly good at just establishing the standing 1 stagger and then using forward 4 a lot just to shimmy people. And when you're watching it happen to the players this far into the top 8 bracket, you can tell that there's a lot of, it's not that easy to do that. You genuinely have to make them fear the throw, because a lot of these players do obviously understand that they can take a lot of these throws in situations. There isn't really much reason to try and challenge it or try and tech it, especially when they have a solidified lead. But Ramires is still managing to make that work for him.
Black Dragon Fight Club.
As we load into another matchup, the major element of this is that Mr. Ramires is not afraid to be aggressive with Sindel. And that's actually being a bit of a game changer. It hasn't been ultimate defense. It's been great use of the air banshee dash when possible, but going for the most, I think, unpredictable offense, like the forward 4s, they've been used in really awkward times. Like K-Top, he thinks he's comfortable, he feels like he can press a button, jump, whatever, and then bam, he's clipped by something.
Yeah, perhaps that might have been where Val fell short just a little bit. Probably being a little bit too defensive, and whereas Ramires not afraid to kind of just go on the offense at any given moment, just in the flip of the switch.
Lovely pickup as well. Fantastic. Nice tech. Push back now.
Yeah, straight into that dash punch as well. K-Top not respecting anything. You can see from Mr. Ramires, the down 1 on wake up as well, sitting out that grenade launcher. The 1-1-2 going to connect into the dash punch. They push things back mid-screen.
No button press. Another why not amp. 1% shy of it being around, but it doesn't matter. We go in and get yet another one. Good form for Mr. Ramires. This Sindel looking good. Able to compete with the pace of K-Top. He's a fast-paced player. If we can't keep up with him, he'll overwhelm.
Yeah, that's for sure. Right now, K-Top managing to spend the amplification over there, stopping himself from getting clipped. But Ramires over here gets the breakaway from K-Top, has the pressure to work within the corner, gets the jump in with a crossover, doesn't get the combo though.
Oh, that hit on the way up. You don't see that every day. Normally that's used as a bait. You try and anti-air or something and then the shrapnel blast comes out. You rarely see the jump 2 actually hit as it's climbing.
It's very true. K-Top mashing on hit a little bit and manages to get the trade over there. Keeps himself safe. But right now, Ramires is going to be burning down the 4-2-1, connecting again into the fatal blow. I can't believe K-Top got hit by that twice in a row, but Mr. Ramires might actually kill with this, I think. Oh yeah, no, that's dead. Oh, yeah. Wow, that did a lot of damage, the second hit.
That's a great showing, 1 game away. Uh-oh. Oh no, Mr. Ramires. Did he not make this mistake earlier today? Did man not pop off mid-set against K-Top and then lose?
Well, let's see what happens, because obviously, when you're in the loser side of Grand Finals, I mean, that was a very good game from you, yes. But the bracket hasn't been reset yet. You're still kind of playing with fire over here. If you just lit sorry, that's not even a word. If you just lit a fire underneath K-Top's backside, you have to be prepared to deal with that heat that he delivers then afterwards, right? And we both know what K-Top is like when you, what's the right word to use? Mock him, almost, right? When you BM him. It's like a different form of K-Top becomes unleashed.
It's what happened when they last fought, if I remember.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was around the Grand Finals, wasn't it? In the last stop.
I think it was a match that we saw earlier today, in fact. It's been a long day for me.
Oh, yeah.
I have a memory like a sieve, so big apologies there, but I know that K-Top was motivated, we'll say, to push forward and continue.
Round 1, fight!
And virtual reaction images only. Oh, the scream straight out the gate.
And now we get extra damage because we're close enough to get the scream. And the low, he's just getting mixed right now.
Let's see how he inched forwards with that back two to connect at max range as well. Wow, the up 3 went the wrong way, and K-Top guesses a punish as well on the roll. Has the bar to get the confirm. Dash punch KB, not going to matter over here, but ends in that 4-4 dash punch anyway, as K-Top's now backing off with that health lead. In what was a very strong start for Mr. Ramires.
Important KBs are gone. Not having the lead right now definitely might hurt plus frames. And the block, actually. There's the confirm. Unbreakable. Nice grab as well. This is looking like a great round.
This really is K-Top trying to get that amplified leap in with the hit, though. So you can see the Banshees being used really low to the ground, and Mr. Ramires not even allowing K-Top a way in. Is on reset point against K-Top.
Watch the wake up, but that's only part of the battle. The punish, though, on the whip and flip. We take the KB. And no breaker is going to allow for big damage here. Corner pressure, which is more important.
Oh, 40% right there as well. Yeah, not having the breakaway over there really hurts. Ramires with a nice micro duck into that 1-1 as well. Tries to scout the backdash. Not going to work out with that 2-3. Back to the neutral. I mean, yeah, K-Top can afford to just play out the rest of this round with just timer over here, but it's not really the K-Top style.
No, it is not, but with Fatal Blow in play, this is a scary situation now. Watch the rest of it. Overhead, and now this should be it! The instant jump and blast. Now, with this being a reset point for Mr. Ramires, it is not over. If K-Top wins this, we are going into that final game pre-reset. Can he do it? Ramires lands the first hit here.
Very true. Now K-Top is going to have to win this round. What a down 2 right there. Up 3. Not going to work out for K-Top off of a very good flawless block. But the reversal counter with the dash punch gets a little bit of damage on the board for himself.
K-Top, he's getting mixed, but a combo drop from Mr. Ramires. I do not think either player was ready for that one. Loads of meter to wake up. Mr. Ramires happy to block for now. We go to a far distance, probably trying to bait something there. Now, this being reset point. We are just about to go into another set. Up 2!
Wow, what a gutsy move right there in this situation. Go for the up 2 right there, but lets the entire scream rock. Don't know about that one. Took a very big risk without the breakaway. K-Top just needs one hit into the fatal blow, but speaking of one hit, challenge the 1-1 hair flip, and that is going to be a bracket reset catch-up.
It will indeed, and I love the challenge from Mr. Ramires as well. I love the challenge, because in between, I was actually nervous. The second I saw him press a button there, I was not sure what was coming next. Because that was a button into a fatal blow. It's clearly why K-Top didn't spend it before.
Yeah.
You know, it was regular combo first, and then fatal blow afterwards. But he was able to interrupt and get the call out, and now a bracket reset. And now a fresh 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, it was 100% that, like, K-Top held that fatal blow because he was just aware it was not going to kill. But he just needed that one touch into the fatal blow that was going to kill. Or, I mean, we also know K-Top to just do wake-up fatal at times as well, you know, and have quite a high success rate with it. But Mr. Ramires has been playing out of his mind so far at just being able to take what was dealt with very well, adapted to very well by K-Top when he was fighting against Val, doing near enough the same thing with Sindel. Ramires is doing it in a slightly different tempo that's making it so much harder to try and overcome.
Sindel.
Now we go straight in for the same characters, yeah. K-Top is not really going to change here. It's purely just about being able to... I'd say adapt. I know it sounds a bit generic to say, hey, he just needs to adapt. But he's actually playing super well. Ramires is just getting those bursts of aggression that are working wonderfully for him.
But yeah, we're here on a bracket reset as well. The score is going to be 0-0, so anyone who is unfamiliar with how the double elimination format works, Mr. Ramires was in the loser side, but now both players are effectively in the loser side of the bracket as we go into a last and final set over here for the EU East, the IKK Pro Competition Online Regional Finals.
Empty jump standing 1, that's a great opening for Mr. Ramires. To a safe distance, but there's... Oh, that was no punish, that was a counter, so he tried to press something off it, and a full combo again.
Oh, but a combo drop right there, that was 4-2.
Had enough score.
Characteristic for K-Top, manages to find a lot of stray hits right now.
Gonna wake up 3 just to try and shut down something. Anything, really. It's a lot of damage to take.
Okay, no dash punch right there from K-Top. And the overhead just to close things out. K-Top gonna get that first round for himself.
Round 2, fight!
Back-to-back blast. This is the layer of K-Top. I actually think in this reset, he might start going for a lot more grabs. Like, look, the pressure on the block, the second he goes for pressure, Mr. Ramires is just extremely content to sit and wait for his turn, and it's a really smart way of playing, right? But now K-Top, I think, is going to go for more mix. Expect to see more grabs in this reset, something that he does all the time. And he said it himself in many interviews, too. When K-Top gets knocked into losers, he feels like it simply just motivates him further. And we've seen so many times he makes a complete comeback from the losers bracket, reset and all.
Yeah, very true. Now's the time to really prove it, right? Just kind of hold it down, because this is where it all really counts. Like, all of that effort that you guys spend months on, you know, that you spent a long time really playing through and trying to solidify your spot in these regional finals. Now is really, in grand finals, after the reset, like, this is the time to really make it count, right? You have no more chances. K-Top getting himself that first game post-reset as well, stopping any potential momentum that Mr. Ramires might have been accumulating for himself after that reset.
Being able to win a game straight away after that is the best start you can possibly ask for, right? Because it truly, I think, enforces that, look, this is a new set. It may be taking place mere seconds after the last one finished, but this is not a continuation. You know, this is now, I win the next game, you were feeling momentum, now it's gone. Now we start again. Mr. Ramires giving us some thought. This will be Sindel once more. Sindel showing up as much as we kind of expected to see from Eastern Europe. Such a common character, always has been. I've always believed, you know, CIS in general has had Sindel on lock. This is why. Fantastic players.
Well, I feel like the Russian community in general doesn't, they are incredibly strong. You know, there's a lot of players over there. So generally speaking, I mean, Ramires has already got a wide variety of different players to level up with, and we've been seeing a lot of that level up gradually over time. K-Top, on the other hand, we know him from the previous game, and we know about his time away from the game as well, and then, you know, coming back to it in full form, really.
Defense trying to jump out. That's not going to quite work, and that is a punish and a half. I don't think Mr. Ramires was fully expecting. Lovely scream, though, and still taking the damage. That's one thing I've always disliked, is that the damage on the floor stays. You know, it's meant to go. It's the fact that it stays. Yeah. It's so tragic.
But the escape failed as well for Mr. Ramires, who has that to work with. Probably going to spend it now. Yep. Not enough damage to kill, though. Very, very close to the situation, but right now, I mean, what an anti-air. Wow.
Clean stuff. Big fan of that anti-air right there. Oh, cheeky knockdown.
Okay, the instant air to air that time, that jump to is used a little bit early this time from K-Top. Trying to go in for the pressure, double grenade launcher from the air, ends in that down two just in case there was going to be a break.
Yo, wake up forward 4. Fearless display from Ramires.
See, Ramires he hit another one of those forward 4 into whipping flips again, just off of being able to stagger forward 4 enough to condition you.
Dash in, and this is what I mean, the grabs. Expect a lot more of those in the reset. It just makes his offense a lot more uncomfortable. The punish messes up the input though. K-Top, that was the round.
It really was. He just needs a one touch right now. The air-to-air from Ramires into the fatal blow is going to get him the round.
Yep, a crucial combo drop. K-Top had the punish in the palm of his hand on standing up, and he just gets the wrong input. And that allows Mr. Ramires to take another game. And another game. He will make K-Top sit through it every time. But there's no fatality. Simply a 1-1. My spider senses tell me this will be going the distance.
He's probably trying to play the mental game, really, at this point, right? Just try and tilt your opponent if it gives you a fighting edge. We have 1-1 over here, post-reset. Really neck and neck between both these players at the moment. But if anything, Mr. Ramires has currently given K-Top, I think, the hardest time that he's faced so far.
I think as well, what I'm loving so much is just how neck and neck this is. That's a fitting grand finals. I think the last one was too. In Middle East top 8 was an excellent showing. It's almost like this is the finals of all of the regions, right? And everyone's giving it 100% or something.
Yeah.
After this reset's taken place, K-Top has said in the past many times he sees it as motivation. Unfortunately for him, a critical combo drop led to him losing that game just now. That should have been his round. And Ramires running away with it. Got to keep his head in the game, though. Oh, try and whip punish Sindel and get kicked in the face. The break at the last minute. Really did not want to eat that full string.
Really didn't want to, but he gets himself opened up over here. He gets himself knocked into the corner with that instant grenade launcher from the air as well. K-Top right now, he has a really favorable position to work with. Wow, what a down one check as well on that attempted throw.
There's a micro duck as well. I mean, I know that the hair flip is a high that you can crouch. It's a bit of a read, obviously, that I wondered there's somewhat of an OS there that he was going for. Either way, the 1-1. Minimal damage, though. Nice anti-air. That's an answer. Always.
Very clean stuff right there from Mr. Ramires. But the forward 3 punish straight into the fatal blow. Is that going to kill? Like, is that why he used it that early?
Very likely. It should be. It was only a couple of hits, and we know what fatal blows can do. Bam! Just like that.
Well, really good awareness, right? For the damage calculation, because I had no idea that was going to kill. But clearly, you would know these things if you made the character. I do not know Jackie.
There's a pickup. And that should be really good damage, actually, because it's one of Sindel's highest damaging strings. 23%.
Oh, cross-ups?
Yeah, if that was injustice, that would be a sick mix-up.
Okay, standing 1-1 punish on the way down. Mr. Ramires is going to get that trip guard. Checks with the back two, but to no avail as K-Top now leaps his way back out into mid-screen. No more corner pressure to work with for either player, but we're back into the air Banshee game right here. 4-4 anti-air.
Can't quite pick it up, but I don't think it matters at this point. The wake-up jump, the whip grab, though, goes into yet another. Some extra damage on the board. And the meaty leap, trying to push forward once more. Crazy amount of plus frames from that straight punch. Lets it rock, jailing into even more of it. The forward four chase down. The instant, I mean, that was a flawless block attempt, but we'll take those. Mr. Ramires gets another round.
100%. When a dropped flawless block attempt saves your life, I'm sure you're wiping away the sweat in your forehead and just thinking, oh my god, thank you. Like, right there, 20% to start things off over here. Mr. Ramires is going to catch that Star Screamer, also stealing away that bar from K-Top, which is really important. And another bar stolen away, but K-Top still swinging and ready for the hits. And right now, Ramires not going to break any of this. He is going to hold all of this damage and still be burning, but has that breakaway to work with now, just in case.
Stagger. That forward four, but a down one to challenge. A good trade, but unfortunately, another clean hit. There's the escape. Love it.
To confirm, though, he's going to get the KB. Yes, he is.
Extra damage to come. Shout. The fatal blow. The chip. He's dead. Yep. Oh, and the grease kick to do it. Now 1 game away is K-Top from taking this championship. But with how things are going, it's so hard to see it being the next game win for K-Top. I thoroughly expect a game 5, but only time will tell, Falcon. We're almost there.
We almost are. K-Top right now looks serious. He's challenging a lot of things. I think a little bit more than normal. But he's doing it in a way because he knows that that's how the set has gone so far. He needs to. And I highly rate the decision-making, to be honest. I mean, Ramires has been doing really well at forcing this much pressure on K-Top, but it's always going to come down to the micro-adaptations between, you know, players of this caliber. But who's going to be able to stuff the other person first, and who's going to be able to capitalize on all those individual touches that they can get the most.
Okay, here we go. On that note, I think K-Top would be quite happy to win this one. Ramires equally as much. Sending that message and having Sindel win this championship would be a phenomenal result for the Russian.
Really would be the leap in to no avail from K-Top. Tries to get the pressure started with that 4-3. All the grenade launchers used in the air, but Ramires being patient for it this time. Down one on wake up, just absolutely challenging him, despite the fact he ate 2 4-4s in a row. No mental damage applied to K-Top, who's going to get that forward throw in the corner. Ramires now, he has 2 bars to work with in case he does get opened up, but these throws are not breakable.
And he was expecting a wake-up button so much there that K-Top dashed in with a down 1 meeting. Like, that's how much he wanted to stuff a wake-up button. It didn't even come.
Too right. Right now, we're seeing Ramires dash his way all the way in from full screen. But right now, gets thrown again. We're seeing all the throws, as you mentioned earlier on in the grand final set catch-up, start to accumulate. But that 4-2-1 getting caught low blocking is going to seal the round for Mr. Ramires, but he is down on that fatal blow, which could be crucial later.
But able to take the round and bring him into 1 round away from taking us to game 5, like I said. K-Top can have other plans. Wow! We dash punch to start off. He has risky versus Sindel. You know, she hasn't got haircut in this variation. The down 2 won't KB punish. It's too slow. Speaking of punish, giving damage.
Yeah, he wants the big damage over there, doesn't he? But the anti-air, great stuff from Mr. Ramires. Gets the corner reposition as well. Tries for the mini back 2. Not going to work out too much. We're seeing the leap back to mid-screen as well from K-Top. He's just trying to open up Mr. Ramires, but not getting anything come from it.
There's one, but it's not as punishing. The second the meter gets spent. Oh, no punish! He tried! Out of range! That's tragic.
Really did try, just a little too far out in the final active frames to that low Star Screamer, catching K-Top on the way down. Had to break there. Tried to get the punish on the last hit of that string. I know that's why he broke over there. Definitely tried to pull off the same thing Val did earlier on. K-Top right now, been given another chance.
But this is what I mean. This is why we see grabs. The flawless block on Wake Up. Was
Oh
clean.
my
Wake
God,
Up, fail blow.
Oh, he just does it.
He does.
He just really feels it, and he's like, I'm going to press both triggers right now. It's like, you know that meme? It's like me trying to avoid a bad day, and like a bad day trying to have me. Like that's K-Top ready to press fatal blow on Wake Up, and it gets the punish. Yeah.
Now, what's that going to do to momentum? Because Mr. Ramires was definitely feeling it. We were so close to going to a game 5.
We were, and he didn't have the bar as well. Yes.
That's so unfortunate. Would have wanted the damage, but he just didn't have the meter.
Okay, that's an important launch right there for Mr. Ramires. All these individual bits of damage really do matter so much right now.
Wake Up jump. Not able to get anything from it though. Bit of a missed input there from K-Top. You could tell the nerves might start to factor in. This is still championship point for K-Tops. And he gets caught by the low.
He can't break over here. That's a lot of damage right here. No fatal blow to work with as well. And the throw.
All right, we're going into a post-reset final game here in the reset grand finals. Mr. Ramires, even his BM isn't as long. He wants to get into the next match too.
He doesn't want to ruin his entire momentum just by BMing for too long.
All right, here we go. It's one final game and that's it. Only one person's getting grand champion here. Is it going to be K-Top or Mr. Ramires, Sindel or Jackie? So many stories going on in pro competition throughout. You know, K-Top, a player that had to miss the entire first year of Mortal Kombat 11 due to mandatory military service in Greece.
Yeah.
Mr. Ramires, a loyalist all the way through the lifespan. Sindel being one of his main characters for sure, representing CIS, Russian Sindel specialists. One of the absolute best out there.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the last game situation, this is really like all we could have hoped for, right? I mean, for it to go this down to the wire, where whoever really comes out on top of this is definitely going to feel like they really earned that, you know? It was a hard-fought battle, but as we approach the last game over here for EU East, I'll have to see who you guys think is going to come out on top. Is it going to be Mr. Ramires or is it going to be K-Top?
There's that throw to immediately challenge him. I like that choice, trying to chase it down with a forward 4. Not quite though. Constantly putting Sindel at a range where it can be risky to challenge otherwise. A little bit of that chip damage on deck, but Mr. Ramires happy to hold it. What?
Interesting exchange. Both players just went the wrong way, it seemed.
That's the wrong number. Oh! Back-to-back forward 4, and this time K-Top getting clipped. That whip and that was such a good challenge. Let's go.
That was sick right there from Mr. Ramires. What a huge read.
He's dead. 1% left. I lied. Now he's dead. Sure. Tournament point and championship point for Mr. Ramires. Can he do this with the Sindel?
We'll have to see if he can make it happen. He's burning right now as K-Top is down on that bar. But right now, K-Top trying to fight his way out of the corner. He's going to have to throw a bit more. The overhead going to connect.
Jumping after that elbow connects is becoming quite a pattern here for Mr. Ramires, but he's not getting punished or challenged for it. There was no counter hit to be had, so no KB. Which does mean there's a scream still locked and loaded forever.
There is a leap right in there, finding his moment is K-Top. He's gonna get the reposition as well, gets the roll. Gonna get the KB over here with the dash punch as well, and now he's in a really good position to take this round. Ramires fighting back.
This could be one touch to death. You feel like it was such a good situation. The defense here. And the fatal blow works wonders. Mr. Ramires gets the job done. And that is the end of it. Before the match even finished, Sindel about to lay the smack down. And we are done. K-Top will be heartbroken with that result. But Mr. Ramires will be through the roof. Sindel winning a tournament series. I'm here for it, and it's a very Russian way to do it.
For Injustice 2, Jueks, the new school player coming out here with Jackie Briggs, one of the most oppressive, high-damaging, challenging characters out there. And let's see what they can do. to start it off. Rewind, getting that beautiful hit confirmed. Biomagnetic pull, ending it with a nice little command grab here and backing off, taking what he could and just playing it nice and safe, waiting for Jueks to overextend there.
This is going to be a phenomenal matchup. You know, Kano, Jackie, this is a battle of, I don't know, aerial superiority, and Kano's got one of the best air-to-air specials in the entire game. You already see Rewind kind of flirting with Jueks with exactly that, just holding jump back, just holding jump back, just holding jump back. The moment she breathes, Kano ball. And you said, is there going to be anything that's going to be able to stop Rewind's momentum right now? Jueks has faced every single bit of the word adversity so far in this bracket. Had to win the most matches, had to win back-to-back Game 5s just to stay alive, had the best of the bracket thrown at him one after another, and he still got the biggest hurdle ahead. For Rewind, is he going to maintain the cruise control? He's going with the Kano. That's one of them 2 straight comfortable matches so far. And we know the destructiveness of this character. Can he maintain that control, though, as both of these characters, very high octane, very offensive minded?
Yeah, super offensive minded, especially when Kano's got you in the corner. Very fun stuff to deal with. Downward shot coming out of Jueks, and he does get the conversion slowly but surely. And again, didn't want to overextend. Even when he got hit with the acid there, and Kano had his back up against the wall, Jueks just decided, like, I got to get off because I can't get hit by this biomagnetic pull. And I think that was a little bit of a missed timing there for Jueks. He thought the acid was no longer on her, but it still was very, very active there, and that's why he went up in that explosion as soon as he touched the plane.
The use of the bio pull has been what separated Rewind, I feel like, not just from everyone else with this character, but just in general, the way that he's able to use it in neutral to get whip punishes with it, to just naturally know, and he's naturally just so good at this, naturally know when opponents want to either press or not block. On top of that, he's done it multiple times tonight, sucking people into the fire. That's just uncalled for. But he's in a little bit of a situation here now, as he's got his back to the wall, and Jueks does the heart attack throw. Reversal out of the corner, has the plus frames, and Rewind still ducked. Oh my goodness, he's gonna stay alive.
Uh-oh, here comes the fire. Good smart move here from Jueks to get off of it. Trying to time it better, but he dove right into it. He's dead. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think this is going to scale enough. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah, I don't think that a lot of this stuff scales a lot. Oh, this is just doing damage on top of damage. Oh, he's still alive. 19 health. What? Never say never. What's there it is. There it is right there. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've done. If you are in the air against Kano Ball, its priority is 100 out of 100. And it is going to be crucial in a matchup like this where Jackie, rest her soul right now, rest in peace, 01. But she's used to having that kind of priority in the air, right? With those grenades, with those shrapnel blasts. She's, with those leap jump ones, she's used to being in control up there. Not this time around.
No, definitely not this time around. And that's really where Jueks has to kind of take the breather there, kind of slow down just a little bit here. Not go too crazy, because that Kano Ball can stop you in your tracks. But not only that, I feel like Jueks twice in that last game kind of mistimed or misjudged how long the acid stays on you. Now the acid doesn't stay on you very long, not anywhere near as long as the flame carpet stays active. So I think Jueks was just mistimed by a few frames too early to jump back into the acid to kind of give Rewind that little unexpected bit of pressure. So twice that actually came back to bite Jueks really, really bad. Goes for the tick throw here. Yeah.
It's a very scary thing to miss time too, because if you are wrong on that, your health bar can literally disappear. If that bio pull would have worked right there, we would have seen some unholy things happen, especially in the corner. And we'll see if Jueks has the tech if he finds himself in a situation where he's eating the back one into the amplified acid toss. But he's avoided the corner so far, so good. He's able to get some great corner pressure going himself. Right now, Rewind is throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at Jueks right now. Beautiful throw right there. Rewind was expecting a hit advantage for him to jail him with a mid right there. The raw pull, put it anti-air. Nice breakaway. I'm not even too sure if that would have worked on hit right there, Arma.
No, so I think what happened there is Rewind hit confirmed the fact that biomagnetic pull did anything. But what he failed to realize and failed to recognize in time was the fact that, it hit an airborne opponent, because That fatal blow, honestly, like as broken and as good as Kano is, that fatal blow is one of the slower ones. So not really too much use there. Loved how he ducked under that spit. That spit is high against these tiny hitbox characters. And look at that. Jueks just completely threw out that first game out of his mind, out of his mentality, said, you know what? Yeah, sure, I screwed up, but that doesn't matter anymore. I'm focused on the task at hand, focused at the game in front of me, focused on the present, and Jueks ran away with that. I mean, yeah, that could have been a little bit of a drop on Rewind's and a misconfirmation there on that biomagnetic pull at the end of round 1, but Jueks took full control of it, full advantage. All Jueks that whole game, that whole last round, all Jueks all the time, man.
What I love about these characters, Arma, and why I think that they're so effing good right now in the competitive meta, is that both of these characters have the ability, unlike most, to actually force you and force you to hold offensive pressure. That's something that's few and far between here in Mortal Kombat 11. When it comes to Kano, jailing plus frames on block. When it comes to Jackie, leap, and has some of the best staggers in this game, some of the best mids in the game, and the mobility of both of these characters combined with those elements make them a force to be reckoned with, and that's why you saw the beautiful back and forth that was the start to this grand finals. One game apiece, both of these guys were able to get going.
Oh yeah, they were definitely going right now, and Rewind actually going with some risky stuff there. Kano's forward 3 definitely is punishable by really fast normals. Jackie has some really good fast mids here, trying to go for the command grab, trying to get a little tricky. Rewind goes straight for it, decides to break away mid combo here, trying to mix it up a little bit, not trying to get too predictable. Jueks went in for the throw. Jueks ducking under the command grab. Remember, Kano's command grab does hit as a high, and what a clutch throw tech here coming out of Rewind, and just a down 2. Very simple, very to the point. Not one of the best down 2s, but definitely not one of the worst.
You know,
just an overall good down 2 anti-air.
What the great thing about that is, if you watch a lot of people trying to deal with Jueks' pressure, one of the biggest things that Jueks does to open someone up is he does that jump towards you, he puts the goop down, and he comes down with a jump 1. Rewind, recognizing that the goop isn't going to actually hit him, and if he gets that down too early, which is what he did, he can just anti-air him going for the jump 1. A lot of people have been letting Jueks do that jump 1, they try to anti-air late, instead of pressing that button early. That was so smart of Rewind in the adaptation. Oh, and this is just filthy. Oh, just getting sucked into it. At that point, there's nothing you can do. You're blocking into it. Oh, checking the back too. Ooh, the back and forth right now. If everyone can close this one out.
Escape. Yeah. Nice little punish there from Rewind. A little bit of disrespect, might I add here. A very unnecessary fatal blow just to make Jueks watch this whole animation as Kano just kind of sticks that knife boot right through her throat. Rewind, one game away from becoming the NA West champion, for fulfilling that prophecy that everyone's kind of put behind him as the most dominant player in this region. I mean, we're talking offline, we're talking online, anything NRS, Rewind is a force. Rewind is one of the best out there, and he's out here right now proving to all of you why he's so good, what he can do, and how well he can do it on any given day. He, every qualifier event that he entered, won it no problem. And looks like right now he's looking to take the whole regional finals without dropping an entire set. He's one game away from accomplishing that.
How scary has it been watching Rewind kind of develop over these last few years? How has he consistently gotten better over time? Consistently across a multitude of games with different, I mean, all 3 games that he's played have had entirely different mechanics and entirely different games almost, and he's been at the top, the apex of competitive play for all of them. Even when he goes back and learns the classic games, he's bodying everyone. Who does that? Who actually does that? That's the skill of Rewind, and I feel like it's even only up from here. This kid's something special.
No, definitely the ceiling for Rewind's ability has not been met quite yet. now. I feel like definitely taking it to the next level, learning new characters, beating new players, winning new tournaments. But hold on a second, Jueks wants some of that. Jueks wants that big prize of money. And Rewind is standing in the way here, not only once, but twice. Needs to get this reset here. Rewind jumping around, looking for an opportunity to go for that air Kano ball. Here comes the biomagnetic pull, pulling Jueks closer, getting that guaranteed damage there once he does fall for that biomagnetic pull. He's got the fire. Jueks decides, hey, I'm willing to trade. He wanted to trade. I mean,
yeah,
he saw the opportunity. I definitely agree with it.
Beautiful flawless block and reversal immediately. The belief from Jueks right there in the reads. I mean, it's gotten him this far, 6 straight matches through the lower bracket to get here. Had to beat almost everyone in the tournament, I feel like. He's run the gauntlet. You mind whiffing the throw? Oh my god, this is just whiff throw city right now. Population, both of our competitors were going to the corner. A rare drop from Jueks. Double fatal blow, and in the respect, we've seen that before a couple matches ago from Rewind, where he's had his back to the corner, he blocks something, and reversal command grab. It's something that not a lot of people expect after being slightly negative.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the numbers are fighting against you. You know, very few options are fast enough to stop the command grab. Lifts him up, goes for the restand, probably looking to, you know, go for the armor break there in that back one from Kano, and that's going to be Whiff City right in front of Rewind. Definitely not going to be letting an opportunity like that go. Watch out for that DOT. The shots all over the place. The floor is lava. Yeah, that was a strange little short hop there. I don't think that was on purpose.
Dare I call it the Rewind special right now? Raw bio pull. This is tournament point for the young man from Vegas. He only needs one more. He definitely just tried to brutal with a Kano ball. Still gonna close it out with it. Quite literally rolling through this bracket to be your North America West Pro Competition champion. Congratulations to Rewind.
So good, man. What a performance here from Rewind. I mean, again, big shout outs to Jueks for making it all the way through the huge sweat fest that was.
Moves for Xiao. So interesting to see that working in with 2 other moves from Risen Emperor.
So it's coming down to this. VideoGamezYo versus Lawkorridor in the grand finals of EU West. Shao Kahn versus Joker.
Yeah, didn't get the Dark Priest activation from that when he's building towards that Javelin KB from the 1-2-1+3.
Uh-huh. It's a pew-pew. The Priest.
It's out. The jump 2 gonna whiff. Short hop attack gonna connect. VGY now back into this Javelin game, trying to use that skewer just to establish, build towards that KB that he can use later. Okay, plus frames.
Hopes from VideoGamezYo. Let's see if Lawkorridor is impressed by this pick.
Okay. VGY just utilizing his great movement. It gets shimmied by the 1-2 though. The up 3, once again on wake up, unafraid to spend this meter when he needs to. Another short hop kick gonna connect. Tries to go for the KB, keeps himself safe. Neutral jump 3 into the shoulder is gonna be the round, and VideoGamezYo taking the first round for himself with Shao Kahn. Okay, Priest is active again. Watch the Annihilation. The down 1 Annihilation is the VGY special.
Still active. Is it possible?
Yo, 1-4 ground shatter. I like it. Okay.
Oh, neutral duck not gonna work out this time. Getting the crushing blow.
Look at that damage from just that one string, and he didn't even take the first hit. 334 damage from such an all-important KB, and the VGY gonna get opened up over here. Drops the combo just off.
Lots of respect being shown. The jump, the short top attack. I think he's 4 out of 4 with those.
My goodness. VideoGamezYo. Game number 1 going over towards him with this very left-wing Shao Kahn pick. But if anything, VGY has been a believer and an active player of Shao Kahn for a very long time, and definitely feels he's in more of a better state right now. And it's great to see him being displayed over here in the grand finals of the regional finals.
You know, I was talking about that maybe Lawkorridor could be bringing a surprise to the grand finals. I did not see a Shao Kahn coming from VGY.
For anyone that doesn't actually realize why we're making this such a big deal, Shao Kahn has pretty much been regarded as one of the worst characters in the game since the game has come out. But VGY has consistently been someone that has been loyal to Shao. Obviously, he's played other characters in tournaments where he needs to, but overall, he definitely started out by making a name for himself with this character.
Let's not forget, Shao Kahn got buffed not too long ago.
Yeah.
Round 1. Fight.
So here we go then. Game number 2. Okay, special down 1 to the grab, escape failed. Doesn't matter too much in this matchup. Slowly approaching the corner. I mean, Lawkorridor didn't get too much going for himself earlier, so let's see.
We'll have to see. Law seems like he doesn't actually know the matchup too well. Wow, that didn't even work. That is surprising. A great flawless block reversal. Law getting a full punish on that. A 320 damage. Shao Kahn having 1100 HP though. You gotta work a little bit more when it comes to the damage factor. You gotta factor in that extra 10 HP. Or rather 100 HP, sorry, my bad. 10%.
Another short hop, man, oh man.
Yep, keep it safe. The back 3 pickup, I love that.
I think he tried to do a shoulder charge afterwards.
Yeah, he did. It's just a bit of a tight one right there. Okay,
It's making him whiff, but the second hit is always somewhat connecting for VideoGamezYo. Are you not entertained? Says Shao Kahn. How fitting as well.
Okay, throw escaped straight away by VGY. Lawkorridor gonna find an opening hit right here. The counter hit forward 1-4. Turn this into big damage in the corner. 35%. VGY casually just jumping his way out though.
Let's not forget, Shao Kahn is a very good jump read.
Yeah, very good. Down 1 annihilation
there it is.
Without the priest. You know what? We rock with it. 12% flat right there. The down 4 check gets the launch in the corner and the down back 1. That scum grab just to break the armor. Great choice. 4-2-2 KB from Lawkorridor on that well space. 4-2-2.
How about that? 4-3.
The first time we've seen it. Yeah. 10 frame hit, but that's the first time he used it.
Oh, backing off afterwards.
Oh,
and the up 2 from VideoGamezYo, so ready. But I'm very surprised we didn't see a fatal blow anti-air from Lawkorridor actually. That jump in.
I'm not sure. I mean, it probably just wasn't really feeling it too much. But right now, VideoGamezYo has 2 games up on Lawkorridor, and he's in winner's side of Grand Finals. If he can pull this off and win 1 more, he is going to be crowned our EU West champion over here in the Intercontinental Combat. Lawkorridor, honestly, looks really lost right now.
You know, it's always one of those things. Low tiers. Do you actually know the matchup, or just because everyone in their tier lists puts them at the bottom, do you have the experience that is needed against a character specialist like VideoGamezYo?
So he's potentially betting it over here on the Joker pick. I'm sure that the Joker pick, there's nothing really wrong with it. It's always just coming down to how you're playing the match itself. But Law riding and dying with this character that's made it this far for him. VideoGamezYo obviously locked into that Shao Kahn pick, but just hypothetically speaking, if Law manages to win this, VGY has full reign to pick whoever he likes in the next match. A 2-game point advantage already being a winner side of the Grand Finals is a very big statement.
Here we go then. Potential final match. This Grand Final.
He tries to fish for the flawless block, didn't quite get it. The down 4 into the down back 4 keeps himself safe. One of the new changes in the patch.
Short hop, empty short hop, for that matter. Was confirmed from Lawkorridor.
An excellent trick run from him as well. nonetheless, but VGY trying to answer back with a back two, checks in with the up 3 on wake up as well. The 1-4 gonna shimmy law potentially. And the 1-4 again gets that meterless launch right here from mid screen. Turn this into big damage right there. That hurts a lot. Oh, and then caught him with the absolutely quirky stuff right there. 4-2 ground shatter. We are now at set point. Tournament point, Mitsu.
Championship points, VideoGamezYo with Shao Kahn. The Emperor is back. Look at that, clean standing one anti-air late breakaway.
Okay, the 4-4 plus frames over here, +6. Opened up by the low is Lawkorridor. This
Still
turned into so much damage. Oh my goodness!
Annihilation. 41%. What's it gonna be? Backing off once none of the corner. Okay, it's conferred for Lawkorridor, but needs so much more. No breakaway whatsoever. Keeps it simple. Tries to jump out of the cancel. Hold on a minute. Still, there is a breakaway available if he needs it. Double down 2. Realistically, one more hit. And that's a punish.
Why would he do the kapow? He gave it to him. He gave it to him. VideoGamezYo is going to be your Europe West champion with Shao Kahn of all characters winning the Intercontinental. My God, Mitsu.
I gotta say, I did not see a Shao Kahn coming, even when we saw it in the character select screen. I thought this was a little bait, so to speak, but you know, not only did he take it, he took the tournament, he took grand finals with a 3-0 against Lawkorridor.
Telling me that that's what might happen here, David?
Absolutely it might happen. I like the pick a lot. Spine Burst is a great tool to deal with Jackie. It's not perfect. It's got some holes in its bubble, but it's also really, really effective in a lot of different ranges. And he's got Gutted as well. So Spine Burst and Gutted as we lock in for the final Grand Finals, NA East Regional Finals. Let's go.
Looking for the early read of the Spine Burst, knows that Hijinx wants to get airborne immediately. Hijinx did the triple burst early, got that out of the way, already setting the layers and the mind games behind what these players are bringing to the table here. This matchup has not happened so far in this bracket, avoiding the run back. Did Kombat with Kerbalicious falling to Hijinx here. And let's see if Hijinx can bring the special sauce and put an end to Kombat's on the winner's side. Has the early health lead. And Kombat not overextending anything here with this Baraka choice. He brought the Gutted for the damage cash out, and he brought the real, anti-upgraded, anti-leap tech with the Spine Burst. But Hijinx has to have a little bit of knowledge behind that, and we've already seen him be a lot less leap happy than usual.
Yeah, and that's not something he needs to go to. She gets tremendous damage just from things like forward 3, right? Pressuring from up close. Doesn't necessarily need to do that, but the threat of it, of course, makes her one of the strongest characters in the game. As Kombat slowly weaves his way in. It's not going to be quite enough. Okay.
Kombat trying to reach him there in the skies, but Hijinx did a wonderful job of, dare I say it, I might get blown up for this, a little bit of zoning from Jackie. Hold on a second. I haven't seen this since pre-RoboCop Sunio. Hold on a second.
Is this Jackie in MKX or MK11?
Kombat trying to power up the zoning himself with that Baraka flag, a rare option right there. Only gets the 180 off of the up 2, but hey, damage is damage at the end of the day. And a lot of the damage.
Oh, called out the forward movement. I love that by Hijinx right there.
Most of the damage that Hijinx has got, or a lot of it anyway, has come from those dot damages, whether it be those blasts on hit or on the ground. Kombat is not winning this war of attrition thus far, and finally makes the read of the Miracle Leap, and Kombat may have gotten a little too comfortable with the full screen presence to not be trying to scout out the burst.
Ooh, the big chance. Not taken advantage of. And Hijinx's defense up close has just been impeccable. He's absolutely willing to take the grab as he leaps in at exactly the right moment, and just beautiful. Those two moments when he did do the leap in exactly right. Kombat hadn't done a Spine Burst in a while. He wasn't even looking for it anymore, seemingly. It seemed like he had convinced Hijinx not to do the leap. That's exactly when the leap came.
straight into Kombat's head when this match started off, with Kombat doing a spine burst, and then he ate a projectile for it. And no other leap came for quite some time. It was just all zoning, and a lot of it was just sitting on the ground in front of him, and he was opting to try to make those trades happen with the blade sparks, because they do a massive amount of damage, right? And then he tried to amplify that damage with the flag. He was just fighting from a health deficit the entire time. And then Hijinx made like, I feel like it was just one leap read per round that was right. So he's like 100% leap rate, which is not a stat you want against you fighting Jackie here. Kombat is going to stick it up Rocket, though. He does have the set to play with, and you know he's going to be confident going in with any character.
Yeah, I still think that the character is a reasonable choice. It really just prevents Jackie from doing, well, maybe not prevent, but right, there's such a greater risk to going in as she would like to go in.
Off to a really similar start, and okay.
A little bit too far from forward 4, but right, shutting it down. Shutting down that approach.
Almost had the right read there too. If that leap, if he had chosen to go full screen, may not have gotten the punish on the flag, but definitely would have been able to steal a turn and maybe push him out of the range and avoid that damage boost. Uh-oh, wait a second. A little bit of damage on top of that. That was only 18% in game number 1. It was the same conversion off of the up 2. This time, 216. Rocket's flag coming into play. That might be a first here at MK11.
Yeah, well, if she's going to be on the other side of the screen, letting you get the flag up, go for it, absolutely. Here's the chance now, Shirley break.
Ooh.
Even chips irrelevant right now.
Swing and miss.
And I'd still be sweating.
And take the opportunity looking for flowers. There it is up in the sky! That is the power of the spine burst. It does hit really far, really high. I mean, I won't tell you that it's 100% on that, because I've definitely, as a Baraka player, done spine burst and she's sailed through it. Like, it's not perfect, but it is really good.
I like how Kombat's kind of approaching this too. I think that he is just trying to play around a health lead, knows that the trades are going to be in his favor. As long as his health remains around the same, if he just avoids those 30% leaps, this is a pretty good spot for him, I would say.
A bit of a turn.
Ooh, did you see that wave dash that went about one foot, even though it was like a triple wave dash?
Yeah, you know.
Not one of Baraka's specialties out here. His specialty, damage. Although not accessed so far.
Get the opponent still, and that is going to do it. Yeah.
You're nothing.
Very smart calculation there by Hijinx. Do you think after a second game that Kombat might make a switch? Or is he just going to, you know, slowly adapt as this match goes along? Because he's gotten better and better at it.
That's something we see from Kombat. You know, he will lose the first game of some sets and make the adaptation. Certainly something we've seen many times.
We got to give credit to Hijinx, who has just gotten better and better as this tournament has progressed. And at a level like this is something huge for someone who's about to take this and back to the corner. Oh!
Ew, what a mess.
Jackie Briggs wins.
Oh, that cracks me up. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the switch, I think. I think that it's been shown at this point that it's not just about the approach. And that's, I mean, look, that's Hijinx in general. Like, it's not just about the leap approach. It's a huge part of his game plan, because it's a huge part of his character's game plan, but we also have often seen him turn defense into offense. We've seen him turn anti-airs into big damage. We've seen him turn just regular stagger pressure into big damage. It's not only about that. We've seen zoning even, you might call it, right? In this matchup versus Qual as well. There is more to it. So I think this is a good call for Kombat to make the switch.
Jackie Briggs.
I wasn't sure what the pick would be between any of the characters that we saw or kind of know him for competitively throughout the previous year, whether it was going to be the Johnny, whether it was going to be the Joker or the Gearus, but he's going to go with Johnny Cage here, which has been the pick every time he has, well, I believe, lost a game or has been in a close situation. He's gone to Johnny in those final games and it's clutched it out for him, no problem. It's the character that we've known him for, speaking earlier on some of his results in the previous pro competition. Some of the most exciting matches I've ever seen in my life have been from Kombat playing this character, and the comebacks that we've seen him be able to pull off. He's going to need another one here if he wants to end this before a reset.
Great start already for Hijinx here. Yeah, getting the grab too. A little bit extra toasty. Yeah, 3% extra. It's fine.
Definitely not going to zone Johnny Cage as much with him having a very, very fast projectile.
Yeah, that's not what this is going to be about as much, and without anything like a spine burst, for example. So the party starts with Kombat able to get in here.
I like that. Kombat didn't come off all of his resources right there. The Fatal Blow is going to come back, and he actually might be able to do this. I was just talking about it. We have seen some of the greatest comebacks, but the dot damage, I don't know if that's going to be avoidable. Hijinx, such a smart closeout. Taking away the only thing that Kombat relies on for a comeback in most instances, which is blocking something and then doing something godlike. There was no option to block. There was only panic, die, and melt in the lava that was on the floor.
Ooh, always a threat. There it is. Okay. Pretty sick. Rises up to meet her.
Now zero.
That's a lot of meter spent right there.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so Hijinx is not going to be quite as effective. He backs off, maybe hoping to wait for it to come back. These straight shots, by the way, have been killing.
And when he was down the resources, Hijinx relying on, you know, not just the offense, but the defense there. The beautiful false block. It'll steal a turn right there. Kombat's on the hunt. Hijinx does have the Fatal Blow. And if you are Hijinx, you want to kill Johnny before giving him that Fatal Blow cancel again. Not going to matter whatsoever as the clutch anti-air comes from Kombat to stay alive once more. But one hit could have made this bracket reset completely. And I wouldn't be giving Hijinx this much of a jolt, you know, already coming out of losers the exact way that he did against Kerbalicious.
So that's slow play. You never know when it might be opposite. Look at that. Did you see him back off slightly? Like just outside of that range. Yeah, seriously.
Knew the ranges of the normals, went right inside of it, and then right outside of it for the whiff punish. Beautifully executed. Ooh, big swing there by Hijinx. And Kombat's gonna get some corner pressure and no defensive meter to worry about right on the cancel there. Hijinx did have the resources to keep going, and Kombat just making a great read. He only needs 100 damage here to get on the board finally. No down two, but wasn't held. I don't remember seeing a down two crushing blow. That could have been crucial for Hijinx's comeback here. Tries to get him to press the button with the early jump normal. Kombat says he's seen that before. Flawless block. Holy crap! Both of these guys have shown off.
And then all of a sudden, with the flawless block too, it's always in fighting games for me, defense is one of the things that gets me the hypest. Finding moments like that, super sick.
And it's even crazier when they need it the most, right? When it's what almost is the difference maker with a highly executed move like that, mechanic like that. And both of these guys have done a tremendous job at it. Hijinx even mounting that comeback with the start of having no resources, but still doing the flawless block. Yeah, you can't cancel it in an up 3 or an up 2, but it takes away all of the frame advantage of the jumping entirely. And that in and of itself comes into play even when you have yourself no meter. And always keep that in mind, guys.
Kombat's Johnny looking good. And you can see that, I mean, look, as a Baraka player, you can see that there's some stuff that Johnny can do that Baraka is not quite as good at. That ground mobility, super important. To be able to stab in, to be able to back off and get the whiff punish, for example, that we turn into big damage, that kind of stuff. To consistently get significant damage, gutted, deals a lot of damage, but if the opponent has defensive bar, it's not going to do that, for example. And so Kombat just consistently has a very fast fireball. Baraka's is pretty good, to be honest, but Johnny's certainly better. So I like this pick a lot. I do think this is the right call.
Has the entire special that we saw used as a DP with that Rising Star. That was a little bit surprising. Has the pissed off for the armor break. You know, the one time that he landed a gutted, he, you know, if he would have brought Baraka's armor break, could have been even crazier. But here with this Johnny, you're right. You know, having lengthier normals that are better staggerable, I would say, if that sentence makes sense, than some of Baraka's stuff. And
yeah, and again, I don't want to crap on Baraka too much because
not at all.
My real feelings, but yeah, Johnny's pretty good.
and something that we're used to seeing Kombat in the hands of a whole lot more. Ooh, that was a whiff punish with a projectile, but it was a little ballsy given the distance that he was at. A lot of belief in that one, but it is almost as fast as most characters' quickest buttons that are going to be at that range anyway. And another beautiful call out, reading just the one grenade. He's done that back to back already. The forward 3 going. I mean, if he was standing still, maybe that could have hit, but the fact that he still moves forward was the perfect answer for the up grenade.
Well, I think that really gives you a sense of how much Kombat has done to make Hijinx not know where Kombat's gonna be. Kombat just had the complete wrong call. Now, though, he's in the corner, he's got pressure. Yeah, the defensive bar comes off.
Ooh.
Again, you said, I mean, you don't know when Kombat's gonna back off, because he has done that a lot. I mean, I get that read from Hijinx, because honestly, Kombat has done that a lot. But he's also moved forward, he's throwing projectiles, you just don't know where he's going next.
We'll finally call it out with the down 3 as well, but watch next time around, guys. When you start low poking Johnny a little too much on the approach by reading the forward 3, he's gonna start coming to that back 3, and you need to be careful and watch them toes, because they'll start clipping them. This is Kombat playing the away game. And there's the back 3, exactly. We're just reading that Hijinx was going to go for that down 3 again, assuming that it's going to work over and over again with Kombat doing the same approach, and now it's just unlocking more of the layers of the combat. He's not afraid to take this dot depth. He actually took that on purpose, I feel like, to give himself fatal blow. Did you see that?
Super sick if so. Anti-air with that, and then, well, here you go. It's 2-2, just like that.
Johnny Cage wins.
Kombat is looking good.
That reversal throw was savage. I can't tell if he would have done that regardless of what was on the screen, but it gave him fatal blow cancel. It gave, and if that was calculated, I mean, on top of the 4,000 reasons why he's already in this position, there's just another one for you. Let's just sprinkle on the bacon bits on top of the combat salad here.
Jackie Briggs.
All of a sudden, a game 5. This Johnny has been.
Dragon Grotto.
Well, it's been Johnny Cage.
Yeah, and it's been Kombat's Johnny Cage. We've seen his Johnny be one of the best in the world for a long time now. And it's been, I think what, again, is so impressive to me is that he's been able to throw off where Hijinx thinks that Kombat's going to go. And so things like calling out the grenade, or even maybe the bionic bounce, like whatever it is, Kombat is where Hijinx doesn't expect him to be very, very often. And that's been tough for Hijinx to get anything going as a result.
Ooh, tried an old school anti right there with the back dip. That would work out disgusting. Trying to read the single grenade again. Stand 1 gets him burned. Quite literally with the blue flame activated on him. Tries to disrespect the down 3 hit advantage. Instead eats the 1-1-2-1. And Hijinx, man, the way Kombat just closes the gap with the movement, and you're so afraid of what can come off of that movement that you're fearful, and you're standing still, afraid of the forward 3, afraid of the projectile. Then he closes the gap and he walks you to the corner just like he did. Not ready for the overhead. Up 3 almost launching right there, it looks like, as the anti-air. And this could be Comeback City. Fatal blow is ready. And is actually going to get it. I was about to say, this is the most opportune time for you to have exactly what he did. Kill Jackie before she gets her fatal blow. It's exactly what he did. He still hangs on to himself, and Kombat is now on championship point. Pro competition point here, and he's feeling it.
Bringing up down 2 anti-air. He's got this complete cage in the corner as Jackie. He did jump out. Yes, it's an opportunity for Hijinx, which he capitalizes on. Surely, he's got 300 out of that. Kombat even blocking the overhead. I think that actually might be the first time I've seen a block in this top 16.
Maybe used it a little too many times there. Did Hijinx. It looked like he's down 3. He did get sniped on the back 3. Is this enough? Is he going to be able to go to fatal blow? Not at all. But look at the cash out. Still mass amount damage 373. The wake up down 1 saves Hijinx for the moment. He's gonna make a couple more reads. Goes for the throw. Tekken coming is ready for it. Those last thing even I expected with Fatal Blow ready. The other one comes. No safety. He's gonna go for the dot damage and down 2 Wich, and he stays alive. Incredible.
The man did wake up dash forward down 2. Is that what I saw here? As we're in the final round of this set, either Kombat wins the championship or Hijinx resets. Yo,
and that was the anti-air he was looking for in this final game, and we got to see it. Someone that truly knows every single tool that the character is capable of and using it at the highest level. Kombat showing us what he's all about here. And another elbow works out for Hijinx here. Not wanting to press buttons this time around on the approach of Kombat. Hijinx knows better. drops the jump 1. One of the lengthier jump normals to drop and was out of resources. Kombat immediately calls out with the anti-air, and now he's on the hunt. Knows that there's no bar for Hijinx to play with, and he's a shark right now in the ocean, smelling the blood. He smells the championship. He smells the $3,000 prize pool. Can he get it here? Hijinx stays alive with the Fatal Blow hit confirmation.
Not over yet. He's not very good on resources right now, so we might see Hijinx play cautiously. What do we got here? 1 defensive bar only. He has access to the big leap. Offensive bar comes back. But you know Kombat's had such great anti-airs from this range, leap from this range. What is Hijinx looking for? Okay, hoping to bait.
Oh, didn't come
the big walk! He doesn't have the offensive bar though. 20 seconds left. Kombat out of the goop for sure.
Is he just gonna play the dot damage game as Hijinx? Shooting the regular one, not ready for the throw! And Kombat is your North American East Pro Competition Champion.
Waltzed up for that throw, and that was just as he had throughout much of this set, and honestly, against everybody else too. He just was so good with his own spacing, and nobody else knew where he was gonna be at any time. It was him picking where he wanted to be, making people's jump-ins whiff, for example, making people's normals whiff, making their specials whiff, going in all of a sudden with his own grab, or whether it be with normals or whatever it may be, zoning effectively as well with the straight shots. That Johnny was amazing. Kombat wins. Of course, it wasn't just the Johnny for him today. We also saw Gears. We also saw Joker.